Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Friday, May 2nd, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ ORION NWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Seattle Mariners versus the Texas Rangers. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 5 minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into the starting lineups. Happy Friday, everyone. And on the thumb, on the left, our ace, Bryan Woo. And on the right, the hitting stud for the Rangers, Adolis Garcia. Now let's get into the starting lineups here. First for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners at shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, DHing today for Seattle, Jorge Polanco. Batting third, playing center field, Julio Rodriguez. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. Batting fifth, playing left field, Randy Arozarena. Batting sixth, playing first base, Rowdy Tellez. Batting seventh, playing second base for Seattle, Miles Mastrobuoni. Batting eighth, playing third base for the Mariners, Ben Williamson. And batting ninth, making his MLB debut today, right fielder, welcome to the show, Rylan Thomas. And on the mound, our ace, 3-1 record, an ERA of 3.09, has to hold it down because we have no Logan Gilbert or George Kirby. Our number one, Bryan Woo. Let's go, baby. Couldn't ask for a better birthday wish and a birthday gift to be able to have Bryan Woo on the mound, and hopefully we get a Mariners win so I can have a nice victory walk with Paisley Puck. Now let's get into the starting lineups here for the home Texas Rangers. Leading off for the Rangers at shortstop, Josh Smith. Batting second, playing left field, Wyatt Langford. Batting third, DHing for the Rangers, Jock Peterson. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Batting fifth, playing second base, Marcus Semien. Batting sixth, catching today for the Rangers, Jonah Heim. Batting seventh, playing third base, Josh Young. Making his debut for the Rangers, first baseman Blaine Krim. And batting ninth, playing center field, Leody Taveras. And on the mound for the Rangers, one of their aces, 2-0 record, ERA of 2.03, Jack Leiter. Let's go, baby. It's going to be a tough one, but I'm always up for a challenge no matter what. And today is my birthday for anybody that doesn't know or that hasn't followed social media, through all the posts today. So thank you to everyone that has wished me a happy birthday. Your boy is 43 years young around the sun. I know I don't look it. But again, being able to exercise, eat better, spend time with you guys has definitely changed my life. And I appreciate every single one of y'all that is liked, subbed, donated, commented, shared. And again, we'll be shooting for 20 likes within the first hour, 30 to 50 if we hit the algorithm, and obviously 100 in the donos on every single stream. And we're off to a good start. We're already at 25, I believe. Sarah with a $15 dono right out of the gates before the stream started. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks with the little cactus jack, bang, bang. And obviously with the two first people that donated, two of the first OGs to the channel, so I'm not surprised. Thank you so much for all the love and support for over the years between Sarah and Odin. Odin with a tenner, stacks on stacks, racks on racks with the little cactus jack, bang, bang. We're at 25, 75 to go to hit the goal. Cool kid in the building. What's good? Thank you so much. It means everything. And again, $25. We're already a quarter of the way to the goal, which is obviously great, before first pitch. Thank you so much. Obviously, not going to go party, not going to get hammered. Obviously, went on a few walks already this morning with Paisley. Spent some time, binge watching Black Mirror. I'm on the last season that just came out recently, season 7. Some of the seasons were pretty good. I think like 1 through 4 was pretty badass. Season 5 was kind of lame in my opinion, but then season 6 kind of got back to where you get that sci-fi and that high-tech appeal of the technology and how things can go bad. And then I'm hoping that, season 7 is kind of like the first 4, but I'll have to wait and see. But definitely looking forward to a Mariner game here tonight. Couldn't ask for a better birthday gift, especially if we get the dub here this evening. Let's go. Yeah, updated list: Braun Strowman, Shayna Baszler, Dakota Kai, Caden Carter, Katana Chance, Cora Jade, Gigi Dolan, Eddie Thorpe, Riley Osborne, and there may be a few more. And it's always, this time of year after WrestleMania, anyone that knows, with Sarah and Odin and a few others that follow WWE to the T, this is kind of what we expect. But what we don't expect is a couple of the bigger names, to get released. And Braun Strowman, injury prone. Dakota Kai, kind of injury prone. But even though we kind of like some of these individuals, Cora Jade, injury prone. And again, if you can't stay healthy, WWE is not going to keep you on the roster. And I feel that a good chunk of the popular names, it was based off injury. Now, if they weren't so injury prone, Braun Strowman, Dakota Kai, Cora Jade, I think they still would be on the roster, and they may have looked another direction and let some other people go. But I don't think that those individuals will have a hard time finding work. They should be able to find it pretty quick. Anna, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Andrea, thank you so much. Appreciate you as well. And can't wait to see what we get here today. And I'll be pretty much grinding it out. I'm not going to take any days off. I work 7 days a week, most of the, weeks throughout the year. We'll work on my birthday. We'll work on Thanksgiving. We'll work on Christmas. And again, if I could choose anybody that I would want to call a game, obviously we don't have access to Logan Gilbert or George Kirby. It definitely would be Brian Wu, but we'll be live tomorrow at Saturday. I believe the game starts an hour earlier at 4 o'clock Pacific. We'll do that game. Sunday, the rubber match, I think it's around like 11:30 or noon. We'll do that as well. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we go to the Athletics, and we're on the road there. I believe we have a day off on Thursday next week, and then we go to, I believe, Toronto. We host them at home. So we'll see how it all goes. I mean, when we went to Toronto, we figured, Rowdy Tellez ended up being the Canadian killer and helped us win. So these next 3 series will be definitely very interesting. And like I mentioned in spring training, what did I tell you? I told you guys that the 2 teams that I would have an eye out for that will be better than last year, the Athletics, right, and the Boston Red Sox. Now, I never said that the Athletics were going to make the playoffs, but they're much better than they were last year. That's going to be a challenge, and the Red Sox look like they're going to make it to the playoffs this year. And again, on the mound, Jack Leiter, and in the box, JP Crawford. First pitch right down the pipe, strike looking with a sinker, 0-1 count. Come on, JP. And we either, we play big ball or small ball, however we need to do it. Bunt, if we get a few walks, a couple home runs. Again, we won the first 3 games in Seattle. 0-1 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the pipe. Behind in the count now 0-2 from Leiter to Crawford, but the magic number will be 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. And if we hit that number, we should have a very good chance to win this game. 0-2 pitch, fouled off with a four-seam fastball right out of the zone, 99 miles an hour by Leiter. And this kid is special. He came up last year in 2024, 2-0 record, 2.03 ERA. But with Seattle, we don't get afraid when we see records that are good. We don't get afraid when we see low ERAs. You know, if we can go against guys like Crochet and the top guys like Skubal, we know we're not going to win every single game, but we are the hottest team in the MLB right now, and it feels good to be able to layeth the smacketh down to the opponents. And so far, so good. You know, I think, 15-5 in the last 20. I think any Mariner fan would be jubilated and excited about that. In play on the 0-2 pitch. And there we go. J.P. Crawford. He says, it don't matter if I'm in the 9-hole or I'm in the 1-hole. We got injuries. And guess what? I'm going to play awesome. Nice job, J.P. Way to stay hot. Way to stay electric. Way to be money. Next up, one of the hottest players, not only in the Seattle organization, but overall, Jorge Polanco. First pitch outside with a curve. Takes a strike looking. That should be a ball, but called strike. Come on, ump. 0-1 count. Come on, Jorge. We're going to need some good production. Let's go, baby. And in the first 3 matchups in Seattle, we won 5-3, 9-2, and 3-1. So we're going to have to find a way to grind it out. And one benefit on the 0-1 pitch that's fouled off with the sinker down in the pipe in the zone, behind in the count now 0-2. No Corey Seager. So obviously we know when Corey Seager plays, obviously it gives them a better chance. He is due back tomorrow, but we will monitor the situation there. And then they have Kyle Higashioka, obviously former Yankee, and he's, traveled around on a few teams. He's not due back until May 10th. And then obviously Kumar Rocker, one of the, individuals that they count on pitching wise isn't due back till like May 20th. So really the main guy that's going to hurt the Rangers is not having Seager, but hell, we have plenty of guys that are out. Bliss, Robles, Luke Raley, Dylan Moore. So, if anything, we're at a disadvantage. Change up right in the zone, fouled off. I like what Polo's doing here behind the count 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Another pitch fouled off outside of the zone. Leiter to Polo. Let's go, baby.
Oh my God.
Daniel in the building. What's good? Like, sub, donate, comment, share. And if we could get one of the mods to keep track of the donos and the likes, it'd be greatly appreciated. And the faster that we can hit 20, within that first hour, we can hit the algorithm and maybe hit somewhere between 30 and 50. So pitch is high and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Leiter to Polo. Let's go, baby. And it's crazy because as great as Polo is doing, he's being overshadowed by, one of the top 2 players in the entire MLB. And we obviously know that Shohei Ohtani gets a lot of love, being a pitcher and a hitter, but no one is playing baseball at a higher level other than Jorge Polanco right now, being a DH, than Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is literally killing it right now, and he's doing things that even he hasn't done in his career within the first month and a half of the season. But it's just cool to be able to have Polo's name next to Aaron Judge, which is not something that you would have heard last year. And hopefully Polo can stay hot. 1-2 pitch. Pitch is outside. Good eye by Jorge Polanco. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Leiter to Polo. We're at 25-75 to go. And I got the vintage King Griffey Jr. Jersey on for good luck. And hopefully it will come true here today. Let's go, baby. Top of the first, runner at first, JP running out, a single in the infield, running hard and beat out the throw. And hopefully we can get guys in scoring position early and often. And obviously getting off to a fast start will be key. In play. And there we go. Polo single to right, Crawford to second. And you couldn't have asked for a better start on my birthday. Let's go. Single for JP, single for Polo. Next up, a guy that has been struggling. He's a very streaky hitter. If he can just work the count a little bit, he could pay dividends. Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. You don't need to be a hero. You don't need to go for a home run, swing every single time. Now, obviously, if he goes yard and we go up 3-0, fantastic. But I think any Mariner fan at this point will be happy with fucking anything positive, right? We'll be happy with a walk. We'll be happy if you get hit by a pitch but don't get hurt. We'll be happy if you just get a single. Just get on base. First pitch, in play, and lined out to third. And again, I've never seen a guy with so little patience in my entire life. And hopefully that'll change. But again, Julio is always banking on a first pitch strike. But if you actually watch film, that's not always the case. They know that they can throw garbage at him on the first pitch, and more than likely he will swing. If he would have just waited instead of just being out on the first pitch, what could have been? Julio, I don't know if you're ever going to learn. Next up, number 4 hitter, torpedo bat, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. First pitch takes a strike looking with a curve, 0-1 count. And, it's kind of like a broken record that we talk about Julio. He's always going to be a popular player, but if I'm really being honest, I don't think he'll ever be better than Cal Raleigh, just overall. I don't think he will be, and I think even Logan Gilbert, even though he's a pitcher, I don't think he'll even be on that level either. I feel like right now, Logan and Cal are, the two guys that have the best chance if their career stays the way that it's projecting, to be Hall of Fame guys. But again, if Julio can turn himself, instead of being, a good player, to a great player, an elite player, an all-star player, that could be the difference between us, not only winning the division, but getting a wild card, or making the ALDS or the ALCS or the ALCS or the World Series. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, he'll fucking learn one day. Pitches inside at the knees. 1 ball. No. Behind in the count now, 0-2 from Leiter to Cal Raleigh. Come on, big dumper. 0-2 pitch. Pitches high and inside on a 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour by Leiter. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Leiter to big dumper. Two 2-0 record with a 2.03 ERA. It's going to be tough. Pitches low and at the knees to big dumper. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Leiter to big dumper. Come on, baby. 2-2 pitch. Low and at the knees. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Take the walk, Cal. You know how to be able to work a count. And that's the difference between Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez. Now, every Mariner fan is happy that we have him because he can steal bags. He's good at defense. He's happy-go-lucky, But again, it's one thing to be like a top 10 popular player, but, you're not actually a top 10 player. But hopefully one day, he'll be able to, learn that aspect of the game, because if he can learn how to be patient in the box, that's the only thing he needs to improve on. Everything else is solid, right? Stealing bases, defense with the no-fly zone. It's just, I just don't understand why he's so overly aggressive every at-bat. In play on a 4-seam fastball, and Cal Raleigh flies out to right, 2 away. We got to be able to get something here. Come on, Randy. Next up, Randy Arozarena in the 5-hole, left fielder. We got guys at first and second. And I understand we're not going to be able to knock them home every single time. But, when you go from being the worst hitting team in baseball and the number 1 strikeout team for the last 3 to 4 or 5 years, and now we're actually like a top 4 hitting team, it's a night and day difference. It's amazing. First pitch to Randy Arozarena from Leiter. Right down the pipe, takes a strike swinging on a 4-seam fastball, 0-1 count. Come on, Randy. But again, I don't know what it's going to take. Ichiro having an intervention, Edgar Martinez having an intervention, Julio maybe not having a girlfriend and getting distracted, maybe forcing him to watch film, and actually reporting back to the team on what he sees, but I really think, if he just started to work the count and not swing, at the first pitch, because it's usually garbage pitch, that he swings at right down the middle and he's a little behind on it. Then he gets in an 0-2 count and it never works out, so I want to see him succeed. I don't want to see him fail. Pitch right down the middle, in the pipe, strike looking, 0-2 count from Leiter to Randy Arozarena. 0-2 pitch, pitches outside with a sinker, 1 ball and 2 strikes from Leiter to Arozarena. Come on, baby. We need to be able to score early and often, but you have to also be patient and understand that, this is the Mariners, and again, we are going to run into situations where, we get a couple hits in the first and second inning. Hell, we could even have bases loaded, no outs, and get nothing. but you can't get frustrated. This is not last year's team where, you only have that situation that happens like once a game because you have limited hits. And then if you don't get it, you're fucked and you lose. This team is getting hits often, runs often, stealing bags often, home runs often. So again, it would be great if we could score here, but it's not going to kill us if it doesn't, work out here in the first inning. But obviously getting off to a fast start on the road is ideal. But just the simple fact that JP, and Polo got singles, that's a good sign. Pitch fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes there from Leiter to Arozarena. Just always have to keep things in perspective. 2-2 pitch. Inside. High and inside with a 4-seam fastball. Count remains still 2-2. Come on, baby. Top of the first. Runners at first and second. I always have these vibes if it's going to work out for us or not, And again, if you listen to the broadcast, I'm not going to be right about everything, but my ESP is typically pretty on. Like when I feel a homer coming, typically it happens. When I don't feel that we're going to score, I'll say it. And, there we go. Randy doesn't get us in. But again, don't worry, Mariner fans. Sometimes you just need to be able to show that you can get on base early. And then, sometimes that second inning or third inning will be the inning that will, get maybe a run or two or have that explosion inning. So unfortunately, Randy does not come through, but I didn't think he would. And let's see who's up here next in the bottom of the first for the Rangers. Next up for the Rangers, shortstop, Josh Smith. Batting second, left fielder, Wyatt Langford. And batting third, DHing for the Rangers, Jock Peterson. And in the 8-hole, you have first baseman Blaine Krim making his debut, and Jake Berger got sent down for poor play. And obviously, we have an opening with all of our injuries, and we got an MLB debut today. Welcome to the show, Rylan Thomas in right field. Megan in the building. How are you? Let's go. And anything that you want to see, Sarah or Odin, based off your donos, if you want to wait till later, fine. If you want something, within the next 5 to 10 minutes, just let me know, and I got you. Jacob in the building. What's good? But again, if we had situations where, you leave guys on and you're only getting a few hits a game, there was a lot of pressure last year and the year before and the year before. And that's why it got so frustrating, because if you finally get to a point, where you got like bases loaded and you got nothing, then you almost feel like the game is over, and that's kind of how it was. We had top 3 pitching, but we could never hit. But now, we have top 4 in so many hitting categories that, not only are we bunting more, we're stealing bags at the top pace of the league. We're normally number 1 or number 2 in stolen bags. We're very high in the home run count. And again, our pitching has gone down because we have injuries. But again, it hasn't hurt us, to the point where we're losing games because the pitching stinks. So, again, if you had to look back and say, okay, you have a top 3, pitching team, but your hitting is at the dead bottom. But next year, you're going to be a top 4 hitting team, right? But then your pitching will go down maybe to like 10th to 15, and it'll kind of vary throughout the year. I think most people would take that. First pitch, outside with the sinker from Brian Wu to Smith, 1-0 count. Let's go, Wu. We need you, baby. 1-0 pitch, right down the pipe, 4-seam fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike from Brian Wu to Josh Smith. $5 holla, appreciate you. Always good to be able to get support on the birthday or any day. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. Little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. Thank you so much. We're at 30, 70 to go. 1-1 pitch. Takes a strike swinging. There we go. I like that. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wu to Smith. Pitches outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on that 4-seam fastball outside high and away from Wu to Smith. 2-2 pitch right down the zone. Fouled off. Count remains 2-2. And we want to make sure that Wu can wheel and deal. We don't necessarily need Wu to get 10 Ks, but, obviously you're going to be shooting for 7 to 10 when you have someone as good as Brian Wu. And with no access to Logan Gilbert and George Kirby because of injuries, Wu is essentially our number 1 pitcher on the staff until those guys come back. Judah in the building. What's good? In play on the 2-2 pitch and grounded out to second. Throw to first. Got him. Defense has been great. And again, it's crazy that we're the top injured team in baseball with the Braves, but the difference is, we're the hottest team in baseball, and they started off really sucking, but they're starting to kind of come together. It doesn't look like they're going to be a playoff team this year, but again, we have the depth with the number one farm system. First pitch to Wyatt Langford, high and inside, 1-0 count from Wu to Langford. Let's go, Brian. 3-1 record with an ERA of 3.09. And Matt Brash is in the building, but I doubt that he'll play today. So that's a good sign. And then George Kirby, we're still going to have to wait, I would assume, another 2 to 3 weeks. They're not going to rush him. And once we can get Kirby back, that'll definitely help. And, I would assume that, Hancock hopefully will go down, and then we'll keep Logan Evans because he's the better of the two guys that are relatively new on the back end of the pitching staff. Let's go, baby. In play on a 1-0 pitch from Wu to Langford. And fouled out to the catcher. Cal Raleigh's right there. Big Dumper says, not today. 2 away. Let's go. Next up, DHing for the Rangers, Jock Peterson. But it would be great if we could win 2 out of 3. And obviously, if we win the first 2 games and we can sweep the Rangers like we already have in Seattle, then we got the Athletics, which will be, a tough challenge. They're a little bit better than last year, like I predicted. And, their record is even above 500 right now. The Angels are the worst team in the division. And if the Houston Astros aren't careful, the Athletics might pass them for 3rd place, in the division. But I still feel that, the Mariners and the Rangers, it seems like, that they might be the 2 best. But honestly, if the Athletics don't have a lot of injuries, it could be Seattle 1st place, Athletics 2nd place, and then a battle for 3rd with the Rangers and Stros, and then last place Angels, And I think that would be kind of cool for baseball to see Seattle and the Athletics, be the best teams in the division since Houston and Texas have dominated it for quite a few years. First pitch from Wu to Peterson. Takes a strike looking with a 4-seam fastball, 0-1 count. There we go. Got him. That's what I'm talking about. End of the first inning, 0-0. Let's see who's up next here for the Mariners. Next up for the Mariners, the Canadian killer, first baseman Rowdy Tellez. And again, we're going to go Rangers for 3, Athletics for 3, and then we're going to have the Blue Jays, I believe, for 3. So what a catch there. Wow, Ben Williamson is a freaking, I don't know what he is. That guy is a sports god. My goodness, what great defense by Big Ben Williamson. There's a reason why we got him at 3rd. Unbelievable on that last 3rd out. Rowdy Tellez in the 6th hole leading off. On deck will be the 7-hitter, second baseman Miles Mastrobuoni, and batting 3rd after that spectacular grab in the 1st inning, 3rd baseman Ben Williamson. He has been dealing with back spasms, but after that athletic catch on defense in the 1st, it seems like that back is feeling pretty good here today. Let's go, baby. Jock Peterson, see ya. I like that, baby. Good fast start on Jock. Yeah, baby. All right, Rowdy. Show me. Show me, Rowdy. Who was it? Jaron Duran? Or it was, who was it? Who got hurt for you? Not Jaron Duran, but, oh boy. Not your favorite, is it? In play, Rowdy Tellez. And Tellez singled to right. There we go. And for a guy that was on the brink of maybe getting sent down, has definitely gotten hot since we played the Blue Jays. I love it. Nice job, Rowdy. We're going to need it, too, with all the injuries that we have. Next up, second baseman Miles Mastrobuoni. First pitch from Leiter to Mastrobuoni, takes a strike looking, 0-1 count. Appreciate that, Nat Man. And let me know any photos that you want, Megan, Odin, Sarah. I gotcha. Whenever I get the time here to fill them in. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees from Leiter to Mastrobuoni. One count. From the Rangers to the Mariners. Top of the second, we're knotted up at 0, and hopefully we can get off to a fast start. Come on, Miles. Tristan Casas, huh? In play on the 1-1 pitch, and Mastrobuoni lined out to right, 1 away. Next up, third baseman, the freak, Big Ben Williamson. Let's go, baby. We've been feeding off his momentum, and again, he's probably the best farm guy that we brought up, in the last 5, maybe even longer, 6 years. Again, we've had quite a few talented players come up, throughout the farm, but this guy could end up being our everyday third baseman for the next 5 to 10 years. That's how good he is. Best guy we've had since Eugenio Suarez, so we're loving that. First pitch from Leiter to Williamson at the head. Holy cow, 1-0 count. One 0 pitch at the head again. 2-0 count from Leiter to Williamson. Come on, Leiter. Yeah, Duran obviously a better player, but Cassis started to get those home runs on the Mariners and started to look like he was getting back on track. 2-0 pitch. Inside again at the head. I don't know what the hell Leiter is doing right here. Inside. 3-0 count, and hopefully Big Ben will just take the walk here. Let's go, baby. Williamson in the box. Leiter on the mound. 3-0 pitch right down the middle. Strike looking. 3 balls and 1 strike from Leiter to Williamson. 2-0 record with a 2.03 ERA, but we're not afraid. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Ben. Captain in the building. What's good, brother? Appreciate you. Captain with a 10er. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks with a little cactus jack. Bang, bang. 3-1 pitch in play. And a fielder's choice with a runner out. Telez to second. 2 away. Thank you so much. Anything that you guys want to see photo-wise for the people that have donated for the birthday would be greatly appreciated. Just let me know. And I gotcha. Your boy turns 43, believe it or not. I know most people can't believe it, but if you take care of yourself, you eat healthy, you cut back on the drinking, you exercise a lot. Obviously, I got some pretty good genes from, the fam as well, but I don't know. Some of my friends, kid, they say you're never going to, look your age. You're always going to have that youthful look. And at some point, I know I'm going to start looking older. And Ryland Thomas flied out to left at his first at-bat in the big leagues, and that is an easy 1-2-3 inning. We didn't even get to put the photo up. Ryland Thomas making his MLB debut here today, looking like Julio Rodriguez, swinging on that first pitch. I was hoping to see him work the count a little bit, but hopefully the next time around, he'll wait and not swing on that first pitch. But we got 3 hits. We don't got anything on the board just yet, but at least a good sign so far, and we got a no-hitter on the Rangers up to this point. Come on, Ryland. Be patient in the box. Next up for the Rangers in the cleanup spot, right fielder Adalis Garcia. Batting second baseman in the 5-hole, Marcus Semien. And batting third, catching today for the Rangers, Jonah Heim. Let's go, Mariners. So far, Brian Wu looking like the ace that we all knew that he could be, and especially on the back end of the season, he was our best pitcher. So again, with no Logan Gilbert and George Kirby, Brian Wu is going to have to hold it down, then Luis Castillo, then Bryce Miller, and then obviously we got Emerson Hancock and Logan Evans as kind of the new guys that are filling in. And again, we have confidence, even with all the injuries, that we can still get it done. First pitch from Wu to Garcia, takes a strike looking with the sinker, 95 miles an hour, 0-1 count. And no Corey Seager until maybe tomorrow. So if we can take advantage, of the Rangers of not having Seager in the lineup, that definitely helps us, moving forward. Oh, we're at 20. That's good. 20 likes in 35 minutes. That might be a record. Nice. Let's see if we can get to 30, within the first hour and a half. And if we do that, we'll have a good chance for maybe 40 to 50 at that point if we hit the algorithm. And there might be some people dropping in, just, obviously knowing that it's my birthday today. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is inside, high and tight. 1 ball and 1 strike from Wu to Garcia. 1-1 pitch, inside at the hips. 2 balls and 1 strike from Wu to Garcia. A combination of sinkers and four-seam fastballs from Wu. .218 average, 4 homers and 15 ribbies out of Adolis Garcia. Takes a strike swinging. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Wu to Adolis Garcia. Let's go, baby. We're at 40, 60 to go. Let's go, M's. Trident's up. Bottom of the second, knotted up at 0. Wu on the mound. Garcia just fouled that one off. 96 miles an hour with the four-seam fastball. Count remains 2-2. Come on, Wu. Let's go, Brian. Wheel and deal, baby. In play on the 2-2 pitch. And popped out to first. 1 away. I like the way that Wu is commanding the mound here today. Nice job, Brian. Next up for the Rangers, in the 5-hole, second baseman, Marcus Semien. First pitch outside, low and away from Wu to Semien. Big strike swinging with that slider. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, sweeper. Right in the zone, fouled off. Now behind in the count, 0-2. Nice job, Wu. With the pressure on these Ranger players. And again, we swept them, earlier this season. So we have the confidence that regardless if we're at home or on the road, we won 7 straight series, which is the most, I believe, in MLB at this point. So, if we win this one, it'll be 8. And again, we got the Athletics and the Blue Jays after that. So, there is a chance that we could win 10 series straight, as long as that, the hot streak continues. Hopefully it will. 0-2 pitch, slider right on the line, high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wu to Semien. 1-2 pitch, slider fouled off. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Wu on the mound, Semien in the box, nobody on. Pitch is low and away with the slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Wu to Semien. We're in the bottom of the second, nobody on with 1 out. We're knotted up at 0. Mariners with a few hits early on. We haven't cashed in just yet, but Wu, dominance on the mound, typical of Wu. And again, we need to be able to get 4 to 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, and we'll find out if we can have that monster inning at some point. Might be while the starters are playing, or we might have to wait for Leiter to go out. Pitch right down the pipe. Fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Wu to Marcus Semien. Yeah, sometimes you need a change of scenery, for certain guys where they may not be playing good on, certain teams, including some of our favorites, and then they go to a new team and they kind of have a rebirth, and then they find themselves again and maybe enjoy the game again. Pitch is low and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Wu to Simeon. Pitch is inside, fouled off with the sinker. Count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second, we're knotted up at 0, Mariners and Rangers. Come on, Brian. Yeah, that would be magical if that happens. If it ends up being the 6th inning and he only has like 70 pitches. In play on the 3-2 pitch. Popped out. The Ben Williamson, baby. I like that. 2 away. Next up, catcher Jonah Heim. I like catcher photos. You don't see too many of them like this. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of them, posing when they're, in the box swinging. But I like the action shots. Kind of like when you see cool, kicker photos, punter photos, offensive lineman photos. It's like it might not be the thing that people are looking for the most, but whenever I see one, it definitely pops. First pitch takes a strike looking in the zone from Wu to Heim. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, inside, high and tight, 4-seam fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike from Wu to Jonah Heim. Bottom of the second with 2 outs. And hopefully Wu can get out Heim and we can go into the top of the third and we can start to rake. 1-1 pitch, fouled off. Right there in the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wu to Heim. Let's go, baby. Trident's up. Griffey loves it. Let's go. Pitch is high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Brian Wu to Jonah Heim. Jonah's batting .259 with 4 homers and 9 ribbies in 2025. And it feels like, hopefully we can get our first run somewhere between the 3rd and the 5th inning. It might end up being lower scoring early on. I mean, it is a good pitching duel. Both aces on both sides, on the bump and on the mound. So, but again, the Mariner hitters have been so good, it doesn't really matter. If you got a guy that's got an ERA of 10 or an ERA of 1, we're finding ways to get it done. Pitch is inside, high and tight. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Wu to Heim. Get his ass. Come on, Brian. Wu on the mound, Jonah Heim in the box. Count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. There we go. Got him. That's what I'm talking about. Good defense there by the Mariners. I love it, baby. Let's go to the top of the 3rd inning, see who's up next here for the Mariners. Next up for the Mariners in the top of the 3rd with a single, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Can you do it again? Wouldn't surprise me. Batting second, DHing, 1 for 1. Also with a single, Jorge Polanco. And batting third, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. I think we need to move Julio down in the lineup because, we don't want to get to a point where it's like you got JP on base, you got Polo on base, and then Julio just fucks it up with a double play or a strikeout. Let's bring Julio down to like the 5-hole or the 6-hole, and bring like Ben Williamson higher in the lineup, or like get Leo Ribas to play because we know that he can hit. It's crazy to think that like half of the guys in the lineup are more reliable than Julio. But maybe this at-bat will change that. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Looks like we're already over 20, which is a good sign. See if we can get to 30 within the first hour. 15 minutes to go, and then we're at 40. 60 to go to hit the goal. Let's go. Weather's been pretty nice, here in the Pacific Northwest. We had 80 degrees yesterday. Today was about 10 degrees cooler, maybe around 70. But I was already up way, way early. Maybe 6, 7 a.m. Me and Paisley went on a nice walk. Sun was out. Birds were chirping. It was a great walk. And again, it looks like we're going to have some pretty good weather here in the Pacific Northwest for the next week or so, which is nice. All right, Leiter on the mound. JP in the box. First pitch with a curve in the zone, fouled off. 0-1 count. Come on, JP. 0-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking. High and away. Behind in the count now 0-2 from Leiter to Crawford. Let's go, JP. And Jack Leiter, 2-0 record with a 2.03 ERA. So, and it's going to be tough to be able to get things on him. Pitch is low and at the knees, fouled off with the slider. Behind in the count, still 0-2 from Leiter to Crawford. Come on, JP. And takes a strike swinging in the zone, and he is out, 1 away. It's all good, JP. You got to hit it your first at-bat. No worries. Next up for the Mariners, 1-for-1, DHing Jorge Polanco. Let's go, Polo. Best player on the Mariners in 2025. Let's keep it going. First pitch, low and at the knees with the changeup. 90 miles an hour, 1-0 count from Leiter to Polo. Takes a strike swinging low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Polo. Polo typically ain't going to chase it, pitches like that, but gets caught there. 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Polo. Top of the third, 0-0 with 1 out. Relatively light game so far. It's a good pitching duel. 3 hits for the Mariners, 0 for the Rangers. So far so good. Pitch outside, fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Leiter to Polo. Come on, Polo. And he's had that home run swing locked and loaded all season. Trident's up. Single-handedly won a game for us with 2 home runs and 5 ribbies. He's been fantastic. I mean, really the only player that's been playing on that level or higher than him is Aaron Judge. And, Aaron Judge is a 1 of 1, just like a Shohei Ohtani. So, normally you don't say Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge, and Jorge Polanco, but, that's what you're getting this year. Pitch is low and at the knees with the curve from Leiter to Polo. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Leiter to Jorge Polanco. STL with the tour. Appreciate you. Every dollar counts. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks with little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Anything photo-wise, any of the people that have donated for the birthday stream today, just let me know, and I can always plug those in when we have a chance. In play on the 2-2 pitch. And Polo grounds out to first, 2 away. Next up, 0-for-1, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, baby. Is it time? Let's get it, baby. Let's go. And again, I don't want to be able to see like 3 at-bats with like 3 swings and then that's it. Hopefully at least 1 or 2 at-bats, he'll work at least 5 pitches. That's not asking too much, especially when some batters go 8, 9, 10. But it seems like Julio typically gets out within the first 4 pitches, but we'll see what we get here. Pitches outside. 1-0 count from Leiter to Julio. 1-0 pitch. Takes a strike swinging low and away with a slider. 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Julio. Top of the third with 2 outs. We're knotted up at 0. 1-1 pitch. Pitches inside at the chest. 2 balls and 1 strike from Leiter to Julio. Two 2-1 pitch. Pitches outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. I don't even know if I've seen Julio with a 3 balls and 1 strike count all year. Be smart here. Take the walk if it's there. Top of the third, 2 outs, and Julio Rodriguez flied out to left. I mean, at least he worked the count, but not good enough, and we get nothing there. Still knotted up at 0. Let's see who's up next here in the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third here, 7-hole hitter, third baseman leading off, Josh Young. Batting second, making his debut for the Rangers, first baseman Blaine Krim. Jake Berger goes down to AAA. And batting third in the 9-hole, center fielder Leody Taveras. Appreciate you, my guy. A true one of one, the best leader at making, speeches, obviously in the pregame and the postgame. Again, you had Ray Lewis doing it for the defense and you had Drew Brees do it for the offense. But when he did it, people actually listened and it meant something. It's not like Jameis Winston back there where it's a fucking joke eating W's. This guy was incredibly intelligent, incredibly passionate, and people would run through a wall for him. And again, you're not going to see another Drew Brees anytime soon. But hopefully at some point you guys will get your quarterback of the future. Otherwise, if not, you're going to get leapfrogged, by the Falcons this year. And if you're not careful, if things end up going south at some point, the Panthers are going to catch up. They're still the worst team, in the NFC South, but you would assume in 5 to 10 years, if the Panthers have a few good drafts, they get a few good free agents, and they figure out the right, coach and whatnot, that at some point they're going to catch up, to the Falcons and the Saints. And we'll see if the Bucks can remain supreme, at least for the short term. Bottom of the third, 0-0, Mariners and Rangers. Got you. First pitch from Wu to Young. Inside with a strike looking, 0-1 count. In play on an 0-1 pitch. What do you mean by silver arrows? I got you, Captain. And grounded out. There we go. 1 away. Next up, first baseman Blaine Krim. First pitch outside, strike looking with the sinker, 0-1 count from Wu to Krim. Let's go, Brian. Okay, well, I'm not familiar with, F1 stuff, so that's why I asked. Pitches outside with the strike swinging behind the count, 0-2 from Wu to Krim. And got him. There we go. Strike swinging. 3 pitches from Wu to Krim, and which should happen. I mean, essentially, Krim is a AAA guy, so you don't assume that he's just going to go off, but you never know. There we go. We like that. 2 away. Next up, center fielder Leody Taveras. I mean, I've heard you talk like silver foxes, but I kind of assumed that you weren't talking about that. So that's why I asked. I had a feeling. First pitch, right down the pipe, strike looking from Wu to Taveras, 0-1 count. Well, I'm glad you're staying safe out there. I couldn't imagine living in the middle of the country like some of y'all, do. I'm incredibly blessed to live out here on the West Coast, and I love it. Out here, we really have everything that you would want, regardless if you like, wineries or breweries or dispensaries or, nature, with the mountains and the lakes and the rivers and, plenty of trails and whatnot. It's like we really have everything here in Oregon, but one thing that I am kind of happy about that scares me quite a bit for some of y'all that live in those areas in the Midwest and in the South, it's for the, tornadoes and the natural disasters that you guys got to deal with, not just like once a year, but multiple times a year. Stay safe out there. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wu to Taveras. Pitch is fouled off. High and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wu to Taveras. Come on, Wu. Bottom of the third, 0-0 with 2 outs. Pitch is high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Wu to Taveras. Come on, baby. Pitch fouled off, low and away. Count remains 2-2 from Wu to Taveras. I got to delete some photos. It says I have too many. Only lets me stockpile 100, so. There's one of the silver arrows that you were speaking of. And there we go. We get out of the inning. End of the third. We're still knotted up at 0. I can find here if there's anything. And then what did you want to do for Mariner photos, Captain? You got anything specific that you want to see player wise? Find one more good silver arrow photo here for Megan. Some of them aren't really loading for this particular F1 subject, but if I dig, I should be able to find at least another good one here. Let's go to the top of the fourth. We're still knotted up at 0. Here, see if I can get one more. Oh, that one didn't convert. Let's see. Anything else that will convert for me? Conversions?
Oh my God.
Let's see. Maybe if I put 2025, it'll have something newer here. Let's see. All right. This one says it's from 2025. This one here. So let's take a look. Gotta delete these. And Cal Raleigh, back. See ya. There we go. Trident's up. Hey, you knew it was going to be coming at some point or another. Nice job, Big Dumper. 1-0 Mariners. You knew it was just a matter of time. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. And I got one more here for you. Let's go, baby. I might have answered Captain's question right there. Let's go. Solo dinger by Big Dumper, Cal Raleigh. There's a reason why he's one of the best on the team and the best catcher in baseball, period. And he will be moving forward. Nice job, Cal. Next up is Randy Arozarena. First pitch is inside at the head, 1-0 count with a four-seam fastball from Leiter to Arozarena. 1-0 pitch, high and away, 2-0 count to Arozarena. Let's go, baby. Nice job, Cal. Passes Aaron Judge and Eugenio Suarez for number 1, baby. 11. Let's go. Nice job, Big Dumper. Nothing better than getting a Big Dumper homer on your birthday, baby. Especially if it helps us win. Pitch fouled off. 2 balls and 1 strike from Leiter to Randy Arozarena. 2-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 3 balls and 1 strike from Leiter to Randy Arozarena. Come on, Randy, work the count. Take a walk if you need to. Here we go. Let's go, baby. And there it is. You talk about it and you get it. There's the walk. Seems like we're getting Leiter frustrated a little bit here, and that's exactly what you want to see. Cal Raleigh with a solo dinger. You love it. Randy forcing a walk, being patient. Julio, take note. And next up, Rowdy Tellez. Let's go, Rowdy. 1 for 1. He's already got a single. Let's see if he can do it again.
Oh my God.
Come on, Rowdy. Can't wait to get my Trident. My buddy's going to drop it off. He's got like a little goodie bag for my birthday, and his birthday was just a couple days ago as well. So I don't really know exactly what in my personal collection that I'm going to give him. You know, Ichiro rookie card graded, or, you know, some other cool Mariner, Blazer, Ducks type of merchandise that I have. But definitely excited to be able to get the Trident prop. And hopefully it won't get too distorted on the screen, because obviously if you wear a lot of green or yellow, mostly green, it won't really show up on the green screen well. But if it's yellow, depending on the shade of yellow, you might be able to get it to work. So, you know, I'll be doing this for now, but hopefully I'll be able to lift up the Trident here on stream. So definitely excited about that. First pitch from Leiter to Tellez. Takes a strike looking with the changeup. 0-1 count. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let me know when that's completed. Pitch fouled off, behind in the count 0-2. Pitch is low and at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Leiter to Tellez. Runner at first with no outs. Top of the 4th. 1-0 Mariners. It's a pitching duel, which we all knew it would be. Brian Wu and Leiter on the mound. And again, not a whole lot of action early on, because you have to earn it from these pitchers. Now, obviously, any good pitcher can have an off day and look like, you know, one of the guys that's like maybe the 4th or 5th guy in the rotation. But so far, you know, both guys looking pretty sharp, but we're starting to eat away at Leiter. And again, Wu's got a no-hitter so far. So again, when you're in the 4th and you got a no-hitter, things are looking pretty fucking good. And obviously getting that big home run from Cal is exactly what we needed, but we want more. Change up, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Leiter to Tellez. Let's go. I definitely want a Mariner win on the birthday. Jose Ramirez. That's tough. I hate injuries. I don't wish injuries on any of your guys' favorite players, no matter who you root for. With Jacob and the Guardians, or for Judah and the Red Sox. Hopefully those guys will be able to heal up with Tristan Casas as well as Jose Ramirez in play. And Tellez flies out to center. 1 away. Next up, the former Cub, Miles Mastrobuoni. Let's go, Miles. And hopefully we get a chance to see Leo Rivas pinch hit, because I feel like Leo is too good not to be playing every day. And the same thing goes for Dylan Moore. I feel that those guys should be playing every day instead of just being like a rotational guy. They've earned the right. But obviously Dylan is hurt right now. And obviously same thing with Luke Raley and Bliss and Robles. But Leo Rivas is like kind of the 6th man right now. But I feel like he's playing way too good just to be playing every other day or every 3 days. First pitch is low and at the knees. 1-0 count from Leiter to Mastrobuoni. 1-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking outside of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Mastrobuoni. Shit. If Wood throws a no-hitter today, I'm going to be ecstatic. I mean, I don't know, what the chances of that are, though, because obviously they don't want to, Woo's our best pitcher that's left, right? And he's already at 43 pitches, so I don't know if it would be possible. I mean, I guess with this pace, you never know. And Mastrobuoni grounds out to the pitcher, Arozarena to second, 2 away. But, I mean, even if it was a 1-hitter or 2-hitter, exciting. But, yeah, no-hitter would be phenomenal. Next up, one of my favorite players already on the Mariners, defensively and offensively, Big Ben Williamson. First pitch, right down the pipe with the slider fouled off, 0-1 count. Top of the 4th, 1-0 Mariners, runner at second with 2 outs, 0-1 count from Leiter to Williamson. Let's go, Big Ben. And again, J.P. Crawford and Big Ben got hot at the right time. Polo's been hot all year. And again, we're still waiting, on guys like Julio Rodriguez to catch up. Eli in the building. What's good, brother? Thank you so much, dude. Again, I work so hard every day. I mean, I don't take days off. Typically, it's very rare unless I got something going on. And, I'm going to work on my birthday. I'm going to work on Christmas. I'm going to work on Thanksgiving. And shout out to Eli for showing the big love on the channel. One of the bigger donations that we've had in a minute. Thank you so much. Eli in the building, $68 dono. Them M's are hot. And again, when the M's continue to roll, obviously vibes are high for all of us. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks with a little Cactus Jack. Happy birthday, O-Dog. Let's go, M's. Trident's up. Thank you so much, man. And again, it means a lot. And people can, donate if they choose to, obviously through the YouTube Super Chat, Venmo, if you don't have Cash App, as well as PayPal like Judah is doing at the moment. Thank you so much, Eli. Appreciate you. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Leiter to Williamson. Anything photo-wise that you want to be able to see, let me know, and I got you. And I think I owe you a NASCAR photo from one of the previous streams that I never got to do for you. So, you let me know what you're looking at, either, whatever it was, F1 or NASCAR. I know there was something that we were supposed to get on the stream for you. And, I have a pretty good memory, with everything. I always try to get everyone taken care of. So, and then if we don't, next time around, we definitely can do that. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Leiter to Williamson. Come on, Big Ben. And Judah's went through. Thank you so much, Judah. Judah's Fiverr just went through on the PayPal. Thank you, Judah. Thank you, Eli. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Thank you so much. every dollar counts, and it really does. And I'm never going to be able to buy anything for myself. That's totally out of the question. In play, Big Ben flies out to right, and that's the end of the inning. But we started to kind of put a little bit of pressure on Leiter, who's a very good pitcher. 2-0 ERA, very, very low, 2.03. So for the game to be 1-0 right now, not really a big surprise on my part, unless the Mariners were overachieving and we've been able to rack up some big runs and hits, even against really good pitchers, whether it's at home or on the road. But again, we're not done. We still have a very good chance to get to 4 to 5 runs before this game is up, especially when starting pitching goes out. And I'm glad that Cal's breaking out, because he should be able to be the starting catcher, for the American League moving forward. Obviously Adley Rutschman is a big name. Cal's better, right? You got guys like Salvador Perez getting older, almost at retirement. And then you got guys like Will Smith for the Dodgers that's having an amazing year. Guys like JT Realmuto. There's others that are out there, but no one is playing like the Cal Raleigh level. So again, not only will he be starting for us in the World Baseball Classic, I assume that Cal will be the number 1 starting catcher, or, if he has a little bit slower of a year, the backup catcher pretty much moving forward, as long as he can stay healthy. Let's go Mariners. But again, I'm not going to be able to really buy anything for myself, but what the donos will do, it'll help us, pay the internet bill. It'll help us pay the streaming fee for the program that I use. It'll help pay to buy dog food for Paisley so she can survive and be a happy pup. So again, everything that comes in is going to take care of Paisley or the channel to continue the dream. And I really appreciate that, because obviously I plan on doing this for the rest of my life. Appreciate you guys very, very much. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th and see who's up next here for the Rangers. Next up for the Rangers at the top of the order, Josh Smith. Batting second on deck, left fielder Wyatt Langford. And batting third, DHing Jock Peterson. Let's go Mariners. I got some photos here for captain as well. Random Mariner photos. First pitch from Wu to Smith. Takes a strike looking. 0-1 count. Some Randy. A couple Cals because we got the home run. Trident's up. We got a couple Julios for good luck. From not only me, but captain as well. Appreciate you. And then anything else that you want to be able to see, you let me know. But it's all Mariners so far. 1-0. Trident's up. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wu to Smith after a strike swinging low and away. Bottom of the 4th, 1-0. Mariners, Trident's up. I got you. Let's see if I can get some to format here. That pitch fouled off from Wu to Josh Smith. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Josh Smith on the Rangers. Let's go, baby. He's 0 for 1. Let's make it 0 for 2. Pitch is low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Wu to Smith. 2-2 pitch in play, lined out to second, throw to first, got him. Man, Mariner defense has been money today. Let's go. Next up is Wyatt Langford. For whatever reason, a lot of these F1s, they don't convert. I don't really know why. It's like you got to go through quite a few of them to find something that will go through, but we won't give up. We'll keep going. It's like if I go through 10, I might be able to get like 1 or 2 that will go through. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just harder to get the F1 stuff to go through for whatever reason. But they don't really typically convert that easily. Behind in the count now, 0-2 from Wu to Langford. That second pitch fouled off right down the pipe. Come on, Wu. And Langford struck out swinging. Got him, Wu. There we go, baby. It's crazy. I've already done, how many have I done already? I've already done like 10, and I think we've gotten like 1 to go through. So we'll see. We'll keep going. We'll see. But if you got a secondary option, I got you, but I'll keep trying. See if this one will format. Here we go. I got a second one. Next up is Jock Peterson. Well, we got this one to work. And we got this one to work. So at least we got a couple. And I should be able to get this one to convert. Let's see if we get this one to go through. First pitch is low and at the knees from Wu to Peterson. 1-0 count. Pitch is in the zone, fouled off. 1 ball and 1 strike from Wu to Jock Peterson. So at least we got that. We at least got those 3. Appreciate you. First sprint pull like that. Yeah, we still got a no-hitter right now with Wu. Not bad for being my birthday. Bottom of the 4th with 2 outs, 1-0 Mariners. 1-1 count from Wu to Jock Peterson. True, but I still got you. So many screens up, people don't realize. You really got to know how to multitask, that's for sure. But I'm not a quitter. I'll keep grinding. And in play, and Peterson flies out to center. No hitter stays intact. Wow, we're in the 5th inning, and Brian Wu with a no hitter. Woo! Let's go. I mean, I'm just okay with a fucking win. If we're going to have like a historic day on my birthday, yeah, I mean, that would make it even more special. But I definitely wasn't, expecting a performance like this, but shit, we'll take it. Yeah, I've done like 15 photos and I think only 3 formatted. So if you got something else besides that, let me know, and I got you. But let me see if I can get this photo from today. 18-year-old Kimi. That doesn't format. That's a damn shame. Sprint pole position photo. Let's try. Yeah, man, I just don't know why they're so stubborn with these. It's like 3 out of 15 is not a very good ratio. And I did 3 more. It's still not working. So I don't know why they're so picky with these F1s, but it feels like with those are the hardest ones to convert out of anything. Let's go to the top of the 5th with a no-hitter from my guy, Brian Wu. Next up, making his MLB debut today. Welcome to the show, right fielder Rylan Thomas. Swung at the first pitch like Julio and got out, so hopefully Rylan will work the count here at his second at-bat in the big leagues. Batting second, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Single early on in the first inning. And batting third with a single, DHing Jorge Polanco. Let's go Mariners. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. I believe we're getting close to that 30 number, which is great. And then we are over our first goal, and we're on our second goal now. We're at 115 on the donos, and we're trying to get to 2. First pitch is low and away with the curve from Leiter to Thomas. 1-0 count. Nice job. Already right there, he learned. He's like, I don't need to chase at that first pitch strike that I think I'm going to get. A lot of pitchers nowadays, they try to get ahead of the count, but they also have to know who they're going against. And if they know they can throw garbage at you and you're going to swing thinking it's going to be right down the middle, and then they can wait for that good pitch on pitch number 2. And typically that will get fouled back, and then they're already ahead in the count 0-2, especially if you swing at garbage on the first. But good eye from Thomas there with that first pitch. Top of the 5th, Brian Wu with a no-hitter, 1-0 Mariners, and Cal Raleigh in the top of the 4th with a solo dinger, 432 feet. Let's go, big dumper. In play by Ryland Thomas. And he gets a double, baby. I'm telling you, these young cats that we're bringing up, like a lot of them aren't even the big name guys. Like Ryland Thomas is not one of the Felnin, Celestin, Lazaro Montez, Cole Young, Colt Emerson, Harry Ford. He's not even one of the bigger names, and neither really was Ben Williamson. So it really shows you like how deep we are. And then when the elite guys in the farm come up, holy shit, we're going to really be awesome at that point. Nice job by Ryland getting a double at his second at-bat in the big leagues. Hell yeah, my boy. Next up, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Pitches outside, 1-0 count from Leiter to Crawford. You feel that he's losing it a little bit. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Crawford. Let's go, J.P. Make him pay. Jack has got a 2-0 record with a 2.03 ERA, and yeah, he's holding pretty tough right now. In play, and flied out to left, 1 away. JP connecting on that one. Next up, 1 for 2, DHing Jorge Polanco. Is it time for a 2-run home run blast to go up 3-0? Let's go, Polo. Well, there's a number of reasons why we're so much better. You know, we're not the number 1 strikeout team, you know, in the big leagues anymore because we're not chasing except for Julio. So Julio's stats still stink, but everyone else's are better because we're working the count. Also, you know, we're like one of the number 1 teams in stolen bases, you know, this year, which really helps. We're bunting more. And again, you know, we're having injuries. So it's next man up approach. And also it helps when you have one of the best players in baseball in Jorge Polanco. You know, Jorge Polanco literally is putting up Aaron Judge type of stats. So it's like we have an Aaron Judge on our team right now. So you got Polo playing great, Cal Raleigh with the torpedo bat. That's another reason why we're doing better. You know, not everyone uses it. I believe Randy Arozarena and Cal are the main ones that are using it, but Cal is number 1 in home runs. That helps. Polo's batting pretty much 350 to 450 all year. That helps. You're getting role players like JP, Ben Williamson, you know, Leo Rivas, Dylan Moore, even though he's hurt, all stepping up. So it's, you know, it's a group effort. You know, obviously, you know, Dan Wilson is a much better manager than Scott Service. So again, you know, when you go from being the number 1, number 2, number 3 pitching team, and you're the worst hitting team, and you're the number 1 in strikeouts, and then all of a sudden guys get hurt, next man up approach, everyone starts to have this confidence. We've won 7 straight series in a row. So there's a number of reasons, but you know, we're not only playing small ball, we're playing big ball as well, and we're getting Polo with a walk. But again, I don't think I've ever seen a team go from being one of the worst, you know, and to being top 4, you know, in 1 year. Now, if you would have told me in 3 years we would be a top 4 hitting team, I would be like, let's go. But to go from being the worst to being top 4 in 1 year, you don't see that in baseball. But again, like we haven't seen production like from Polo or Cal Raleigh on a team like the Mariners in a long time. Like this literally is the best team that we've had since 2001. And that team was with Ichiro's rookie year where we won 116 games. And I'm not saying that we're going to win that many. You know, I'm okay with winning 88 to 90 and beating, you know, the Rangers for first place in the AL West and just winning the division or getting a wild card. You know, but we got to win 88 to 90. But going into today, we're pacing for 97 wins. Not saying that we're going to get that, but we're much better for a number of reasons. And it's nice to be able to see that we can actually fucking hit. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. First pitch fouled off. Overly aggressive in the swings, as usual. 0-1 count. Come on, Julio. And really, it's like we're doing all of this with Julio Rodriguez, who's supposed to be our best player, and he's one of our worst. So just imagine if Julio ends up getting hot. You know, we're going to almost be untouchable because it feels like everyone is playing great. In play. And Julio with a single. There we go, baby. Finally. Julio with a single to first, Polo to second, Ryland Thomas in his MLB debut with a double to third, and next up, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And guess what? He just hit a homer earlier. Can he do it again? Get the mustard and rye bread. Grand salami time, baby. Let's go. So even though our pitching, may not be top 3 anymore, we haven't had Logan Gilbert now for a while. George Kirby hasn't played all year because he had shoulder inflammation in spring training. We haven't had Matt Brash in the bullpen, but he is there in Texas today. We've had injuries to Victor Robles, Ryan Bliss, Dylan Moore, Luke Rayleigh. But it really started to click is in that springboard game that I told you guys when we ended up busting out the Ken Griffey Jr. bobble when we were down 5-0 to the Astros, right? And it was in the 8th inning. And I said, we need a springboard win. And then we scored 7 runs in the last 2 innings and won 7-6, won the series against the Astros 2-1, swept the Rangers 3-0, and then we won 7 straight series. So, it feels good. And again, if we continue this trend, it could deal 2 out of 3 this series, and then we get to 8. We get 2 out of 3 against the Athletics. It could go to 9, and then we got the Blue Jays at home, which it could be 10. So again, Uncle Mo is real. And if you have momentum on your side, it doesn't matter if you got a guy that's popular like Julio Rodriguez. Again, it's great when he hits, but he's incredibly streaky because he's not patient in the box. But again, we have other guys that are making up for it. So that is nice. Leiter with bases loaded on him. Cal Raleigh in the box. Pitches low and at the knees, now behind in the count 0-2. Come on, Cal. We don't even need a grand salami. We just RBI single. We'll take whatever we can get. But again, we got Brian Wu on the mound with a no-hitter right now in the 5th, and we got bases loaded with the best catcher in baseball. And I kept telling y'all how good Cal was, and a lot of people didn't want to listen. But now with the torpedo bat and being number 1 in homers, now you can't deny it. That Cal is the best catcher in baseball. Will Smith is great in the National League for the Dodgers. But again, if you're looking at home runs by a catcher, since Cal has come in, number 2 on the list is like 30 homers behind Cal. He is the best power hitting catcher in baseball. Now, his defensive stats haven't been as good as last year and the year before. I assume that will get a little bit better as time goes on. But, again, batting average was really the only thing that needed to be improved by Cal. And he still is going to strike out, more than you would want. But again, that torpedo bat is fucking working. Pitches high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes with bases loaded. Top in the 5th. 1-0 Seattle. Let's go. Soto Mojo, baby. Let's get it. Chris in the building. What's good? In play. There it is. Grand salami, baby. What I tell ya? I told you guys he's the best catcher in baseball. And finally, you guys have to listen to what I have to say. Big dumper, solo dinger, 1-0. Cal Raleigh, grand salami, get the mustard and rye bread. Homer to right, 387 feet. Thomas scores. Polo scores. Julio scores. 5-0 Mariners. We're one of the best teams in baseball. Come get at us. Let's fucking go. Next up, Randy Arozarena. Now, I know it's my birthday today, right? And I didn't expect Brian Wu to go for a no-hitter and Cal Raleigh to have 2 home runs, but this is what fucking happens when the fucking sports gods know it's my goddamn birthday. Let's go. $100 dono. Cal Raleigh, baby, coming through. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go. Best catcher in baseball. Let's get it. Let's get it. And for all those people that said, oh, I can't believe you paid him so much money, never disrespect Big Dumper Cal Raleigh. And again, he is going to be the starting catcher in the All-Star game for many years to come. He'll be the starting catcher in the World Baseball Classic. And again, batting average will be going up, especially when he gets home runs at this epic pace. Can you imagine if Cal Raleigh ends up leading the league in homers over guys like Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge? This might end up being his breakout year. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Unbelievable. Fucking love it. This is going to end up being one of the best birthdays in a long, long time. Trident's up, baby. Let's go. We're at 2:15. Let's get to 3. Trident's up, baby. In play. And Randy Arozarena with a double, baby. And again, this team feels different. And again, I've never seen a post that said Mariners and World Series like together in the same sentence, as like a top 10 contender since 2001. And literally, this is the best team that we've had in 24 years. My favorite number, 24. Why? Ken Griffey Jr. It all makes sense. Special team, special year, and with injuries to boot. Imagine if we still had Victor Robles, on top of everything else. Imagine if we had Logan Gilbert and George Kirby healthy. But again, next man up, farm guys are stepping up. And again, sometimes injuries are a blessing. Where guys get hurt, next man up approach, and good shit happens. And that's exactly what we're getting. The right blend of OGs, old guys, young guys, farm guys, vets. And the craziest thing is Julio isn't playing really that well. And we're still kicking ass and taking names. Next up, Rowdy Tellez. And Leiter, you're done, baby. That's what happens. Hey, my name's Jack Leiter. I'm 2-0, and I got a 2.03 ERA. Now, if this was the Mariners in the past, maybe we would be afraid. But this year, we could care less. You could have Scooball up there. You can have Crochet up there. You can have fucking Skeens up there. You can have any guy that's got a 2-0, 2.03. But the way the Mariners are playing, they are believing that they can win, and we can do it with anybody. And again, we don't even have Leo Rivas starting and playing, every single day. And again, Polo getting hurt, moving to DH, blessing, because obviously he's got a noodle arm and he can't play second or third. Obviously, Bliss is more of a AAA player. I hope you get better. Victor Robles running into, the net and the fucking wall and that fucking pole, and breaking his fucking shoulder. Sometimes, you don't want to see some of your best players get injured, right? But it ends up being a blessing in disguise. And even though our pitching may not be top 3 anymore, it might be, somewhere between top 10 and top 15. But if we're a top 4 hitting team, it doesn't matter. It'll even out. And the pitching hasn't been to the point where it's so bad where we're like, oh, fuck, we lost. It's like the hits are coming. We're stealing bags. We're bunting. We're hitting home runs. We're getting RBIs. Everyone believes in each other. And again, this team is very, very special. Let's go. It's a pretty fucking good birthday, huh? Brian Wu, no-hitter. Cal Raleigh, 2 home runs. Let's go, baby. Trident's up. And I imagine all those bandwagon Fairweather Mariner fans that hopped off the wagon when we were 3-7, and I told y'all it's a long year. This is a special team. Now they're starting to come back. And again, you're going to get bandwagon Mariner fans. You're going to get the Fairweather fans. They're going to hop on the wagon. And if they want to hop on. But again, it's a long season. Just because you start off 3-7 and you play the Tigers and the Giants, both playoff teams, it's a tough start. Hell, if we would have played the Marlins and the A's, we could have been 8-0, but that wouldn't have meant we were a good team. Sometimes you got to wait like a month or two, after you play some good, some bad, and some mid teams to kind of figure out how, good you really are. And right now we are arguably the best team in baseball in the last 20 games. Let's go. Lats into Rowdy Tellez. Takes a strike swinging, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5-0 Mariners. Let's go. Well, we got Edgar Martinez, Ichiro in play. There we go. Another RBI by Rowdy Tellez. Randy Arozarena scored. 6-0 Mariners. Is this a good birthday or what? Let's fucking go. Sports gods know. Now, if they really want to make it special, Brian Wu goes for a no-hitter. And then this will be a game that we'll never forget. Wow. Unbelievable. But again, we've had Ichiro come in and help. Edgar Martinez come in. We brought in a few other guys from other organizations to help out. And then on top of that, Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson working with the pitchers. Again, this team feels different. And the Dan Wilson connection is real. Even though we felt, he's made some questionable decisions, with the pen and, how long guys are going or pulling guys too soon. But we really haven't got burnt yet, even though the decisions have been, a little suspect at times. But again, when you're a top 4 hitting team in baseball, I don't know if I ever imagined this, and it feels really good. Pitch is outside, low and away. 1-1 pitch in play. And that's a Mastroboni single to left, Tellez to second. And we got runners at first and second with 1 out, and we're up 6-0. Is that good? Next up, third baseman, Stud. Back spasms. Don't look like it's bothering him anymore. Had an amazing catch early in the game. Ben Williamson. And really, that 5-0 comeback in the 8th inning against the Stros, that was the springboard win. And I told you guys that was a springboard win, and we haven't looked back since. And every team is going to have that moment where you reflect and you look in the mirror and you look at your teammates and you say, do you guys want it or not? And then if you can actually come back being down 5-0. And not only that, scoring 7 in 2 innings and winning the series, and then sweeping the Rangers 3 straight right after that. I mean, we're on pace. We win this series, we win against the Athletics, and then the Blue Jays at home. That'll be 10 straight series in a row. And again, no one else in baseball is doing what the Seattle Mariners are doing. And I know we got a long ways to go, but at least as of right now, we're one of the most exciting teams to watch, and half of our fucking roster is injured. That's what makes it so special. We're the number 1 injured team in baseball with the Braves. The difference is we look like we're going to win the division, and the Braves are getting slightly better than what they were at the beginning of the year, but they're not us. And Big Ben Williamson all the way back. Yeah, baby. Doubled to right. Tellez scores. Mastroboni to third. 7-0 Mariners. Let's go! Let's go, baby. Is this really happening right now? B-dubs, B-dubs, B-dubs. 7-0 Mariners. Oh, baby. Let's go. Unbelievable. Even guys like Rylan Thomas making his MLB debut, he got greedy and went for the first pitch strike, right, and got out like Julio. But his next at-bat, he got a double. We don't expect anything out of Rylan Thomas. This guy's brand new, but it shows you how deep the farm is. And not only do we have all the injuries, we got the number 1 farm team in MLB. So again, this team not only can win the AL West in play, let's go! Let's go, Thomas, sack fly, Mastroboni scores, 8-0 Mariners, let's go. But this team is not only good enough to win the AL West. This team, once you get Kirby and Brash and Gilbert back, as well as Victor Robles in 2 to 3 months, this team could possibly be a World Series contender. And again, in the years past, if we said that, it would be a lie. We would get laughed at. But there is no denying the fact, the way that we're playing right now, again, we're as good as anybody in the American League or the National League, and it feels good. You know, best team we've had since 2001, Ichiro's rookie year. Yeah, it took us 24 years to get to this point. Yeah, we had a 20-year slump of not making the playoffs, but, you know, once things starting to fall in place with farm guys, OGs, vets, you know, and you get the right combination of players, this is the magic that you actually get. And that Soto mojo that we had in the late 90s and the early 2000s, it's back, baby. 8-0 Mariners. Let's go. Fuck yeah. JP Crawford up next. 2 balls and 1 strike to JP. Unfucking believable. I mean, this is the most fun I've had watching this team in a long fucking time. I mean, who needs top 3 pitching when your hitting is top 3, top 4 in the league? And, you know, if we keep pacing like this, hell, we might be the number 1 hitting team in baseball. You know, if we keep, like, it's just crazy to think that we're playing at a level like the Dodgers typically do with, like, Hall of Famers, Mookie Betts, you know, Freddie Freeman, Hall of Famer, Shohei Ohtani, Hall of Famer, right? And then Teoscar Hernandez playing like an all-star, you know? But again, you know, we got Jorge Polanco, we got Cal Raleigh, we got Andres Munoz, obviously, who ended up being the closer of the month. So, you know, we got many things that are really going our way. And on top of that, our most popular player, Julio Rodriguez, really isn't playing good right now. And that's what, getting better as of late. JP in play. And grounded out to second, throw to first. There we go. But the damage is done. Grand salami by Big Dumper Cal Raleigh. Brian Wu with a no-hitter. Things are looking pretty good. Trident's up. Let's go. Let's go. You know, and the sports gods know. I mean, no one else is going to cover the Mariners. I've been following this team for 40 years. You know, today's my birthday, 43 years around the sun. And, you know, again, I couldn't have asked for a better birthday. Now, if Wu can keep going and we can end up getting a no-hitter, you know, how amazing would that be? But right now, 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Rangers, no runs, no hits. We already swept them in Seattle. We're good. You know, and the thing is not only are we good, we're fun to watch. And I guess, you know, for the haters and the naysayers, you know, they need to be able to see us put up these big stats. And then once we start getting 2 to 3 all-star players every year, there will be no denying the fact the haters from New York or all the other locations around, you know, the haters that are Astro fans, the haters that are Ranger fans, the haters that are, you know, Yankee fans or whatever. You know, there's no denying the fact that, you know, we're a good team. And eventually, once we start stacking, you know, players, you know, year in and year out, again, we're going to be able to go on not only short-term runs, but long-term runs as well. What a fucking inning. Reflect, I appreciate you. And let's do a quick recap of that amazing inning. So obviously we're at a no-hitter right now. We were up 1-0 with a Cal Raleigh homer in the fourth, and then we just exploded for, seven runs, in the fifth. No big deal. So Cal Raleigh homer to right, 432 feet in the fourth, 1-0 Mariners, right? Then in the top of the fifth, Cal Raleigh homered to right again, bases loaded. Ryland Thomas scores, Polo scores, Julio scores, right? 5-0 Mariners. Then Telez singled to center, Arazarena scored, 6-0 Mariners. Then B-Dubs, Ben Williamson doubles to right. Telez scores, Masterboni to third, 7-0 Mariners. And then Ryland Thomas, MLB debut, hit a sac fly to left, Masterboni scores, 8-0 Mariners. I would say that this is a pretty special team. Let's fucking go. And if anyone deserves it, let's be real. It's us. We're the only team in MLB that hasn't made a World Series. So again, sometimes you have to be patient. And again, we don't have the best ownership or the best GM, but again, we're doing the best with what we have. And it's looking pretty nice to be a Seattle Mariner fan in 2025. Next up is Adolis Garcia. Pitch fouled off right down the middle, behind in the count, 0-2 from Wu to Garcia. 0-2 pitch, got him! Sit down, let's go. Let's go, baby. No hitter is intact. Adolis Garcia, see ya! Brian Wu is wooing all over their ass. A little Ric Flair drip with some Migos. Feel me? I see you, Wu. My goodness. The perfect storm, baby. Next up is Marcus Semien. Let's go. Unbelievable. First pitch from Brian Wu to Marcus Semien with the slider. 0-1 count. I need this fucking intensity for the rest of the fucking year. Let's go. 0-1 pitch. Takes a strike swinging this time around. Behind in the count 0-2. Bottom of the fifth. 8-0 Mariners. And I know Ranger fans, they're going to be pissed. Astro fans, I don't know what to tell you. Sweeper, see you later. There we go. Goodbye, Semien. 2 away. And again, Astros aren't the same because they don't have Kyle Tucker, Cubs, Alex Bregman, Red Sox. So they're not going to be on top anymore. If anything, I want to see the Mariners win the division, and I want to see the Athletics get second place. That's what I want to see. Then the Astros and Rangers can battle it out for third. And if it was my choice, I would go Mariners 1, Athletics 2, Rangers 3, Astros 4, Angels 5. And who knows? We might actually get that to happen. Next up is Jonah Heim. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Bottom of the fifth, 8-0. Brian Wu with a no-hitter. Keep it going, baby. In a casual, big dumper type of game with not only a solo jack, but a grand salami. Things are going nice. Jerry in the building. What's good? I mean, we're still going to need Penn, and we're still going to need our starters to play well, with Emerson Hancock and obviously Logan Evans, and we need Bryce Miller to get back on track in play. And Jonah Heim gets a single to center. The no-hitter is over, but we're still up 8-0. And again, what can you say? Getting a no-hitter is hard in baseball, especially in 2025, but still a hell of an effort. Next up for the Rangers, Josh Young. Appreciate you, Reflect. Shout out to all the people that have liked, sub, donated, commented, and shared. Sarah and Odin and Judah and Megan and Captain and STL and Eli and Reflect. Let's go, baby. Special year. Special results. The A's are, and what did I say in spring training? I'm telling you, my ESP is always on. I told you guys that the two teams that were going to be better than last year were the Athletics and the Red Sox. Red Sox are going to make the playoffs, and if the A's can stay healthy, and the Rangers and Astros and Angels, they kind of go through the motions. Who's to say that the A's can't get second if the Mariners get first? Especially if the Astro roster isn't as good as it was without Bregman and Tucker. The Rangers obviously should get second, but again, they're struggling right now. And again, the A's are above 500. And when's the last time we've seen the A's above 500? Let's be real. It's been a long time. So, would be great to see the A's and the Red Sox make my prediction come true and have both of those teams not only be better, but on top of that, make the playoffs. That would be wild. I mean, the A's don't even have a fucking stadium, in their hometown. Had to move temporarily while they wait for the new one to be built. Wow. End of the 5th inning. Let's go to the top of the 6th. I wish that Woo could have kept going, but again, let's be honest. How many, pitchers do you see even go to the 5th inning with a no-hitter? I mean, not very many. One hitter. Let's take a look at Woo's stats real quick here. All right, Brian Woo on the birthday. 5 innings pitched, 1 hit. No earned runs. And the best part about it? 0 fucking walks. 0. 6 Ks. 66 pitches. 50 strikes. Unbelievable. 2.68 ERA. I mean, no hitter is amazing, but hard thing to do. But 1 hitter, nice job. And it shows you that we can win pretty much with anyone. And even when we had like our shittiest lineup and shittiest pitcher, we still feel confident that we can win. And it's never been like that before, where we could have a very shaky lineup in years past. And the reason why you believe is that we actually can hit. We're not the number 1 strikeout team anymore. We're not a team that gets 1 hit a game, where we lose 1-0 or we lose 8-0. Like, it's different now. And again, even though the pitching maybe isn't top 3 anymore, we don't have Logan Gilbert and George Kirby. Brash is there in Texas, but we're not going to see him today, I don't believe. But again, when you can hit, the pitching doesn't have to be top 3. And what a magnificent outing here on my birthday. 1 hitter by Brian Woo, 8-0 Mariners with 2 home runs by one of my favorite players on the team, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Unbelievable. And we're going to get Mitch Garver coming into the game. Yeah, is that good? Let's go, Mitch. First pitch right down the pipe with a strike looking, 0-1 count. And obviously Garver, probably is happy that he's not on the Rangers anymore. He's settling in, obviously having the baby. Him and Polo were trash for us last year, but, Polo is one of the top players in the league with Aaron Judge this year. And Garver, started off a little slow, but has been picking up the pace. And he's not going to get you a home run that often, but he can get you a single and RBIs once in a while. And again, maybe a little bit more trustworthy than Julio most of the time, and even Donovan Solano, our worst player, has been getting hits as of late. So things are really looking on the up and up. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Latz to Garver. Let's go, Mitch. Pitch is low and inside. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Latz to Garver. Let's go, Mitch. Take a walk if needed. Starting off the year 3-7, we're about to be 19-12, and yeah, we did have that run last year. There's the walk, And again, it's like we really only have one impatient player, Julio, and go figure, he's the one struggling. He's a very streaky player. He's been getting better in the last few games, but not to the Julio expectations. Especially if you're trying to be like the next Ken Griffey Jr. That's a lot of pressure. And you just need to be the best version of you, Julio Rodriguez. Nice job by Mitch. I can count on you being patient and earning a walk. Nice job, Garver. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, Julio. No girlfriends. Watch film, right? And don't worry about being a hero. Just be you. Work the count. Singles and doubles can be your friend. It doesn't have to try to be a moonshot every time. Help your team win. First pitch outside with the changeup. 1-0 count. Amazing that he didn't swing at that first pitch garbage outside. 1-0 pitch. Makes a strike swinging. High and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Latz to Rodriguez. Let's go, Julio. Strike swinging right down the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Latz to Julio Rodriguez. And then obviously we know Julio is a great defender in the no-fly zone. But again, if you can get a single, then you can use your speed to get stolen bags. But, when you're going for the home run swing and you're getting struck out or popping out, you're not able to help the team at all, especially if you're getting out with the first pitch and that's it. That could definitely get in your head mentally. Top of the 6th, casually up 8-0 against the Rangers. We already swept him once. Runner at first, Mitch Garver forcing the walk. 2 balls and 2 strikes with no outs. Let's keep pouring it on. Let's see if we can get to 10, 11, 12 in this game. Show no mercy. Wax on, wax off. We got to teach them like Mr. Miyagi. Again, we've been getting beat the fuck up for years, right? We had to play second fiddle to the Astros and Rangers for years. It's our time. And it feels damn good. Let's keep it going, baby. I know going into the game, we were pacing for 97 wins. I predicted 88 to 90. And again, I'll be totally fine with that. But again, you never know how many wins we could get if we keep rolling. Especially if we win this series, win against the A's, win against the Blue Jays at home. If we win all those, that'll be 10 series in a row. That springboard win against Houston really did something for our confidence and our swagger. Latz on the mound, Julio in the box, top of the 6th, 8-0 Mariners, runner at first, Garver, no outs. Julio just fouled that one off. High and inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's go, Julio. Reaches outside with the changeup. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Latz to Julio. Come on, baby. Singles. Doesn't always have to be this. Change your mindset. No girlfriends. No distractions. Come on, Julio. Three balls, 2 strikes from Latz to Julio. Change up, low and at the knees, fouled off. Count remains still full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with Garver at first. Let's go. I did. Skeens got fucked up. But again, the Cubs are very good this year also, which is kind of cool, You're getting teams that traditionally aren't very good, and you're seeing them play pretty well. Uh-oh, Julio! There it is! Goodbye! Oh, my goodness. Julio decides, hey, I need to join the party. Try dance up on my birthday. 2 homers by Cal. Julio Rodriguez. 3-run blast. Yes, please. It's not 3, it's a 2-run blast, but we'll take it. Nice job. Garver on board. 10-0 Mariners with a Brian Wu 1-hitter. Am I dreaming right now? On my birthday? Is this real? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Julio, baby. About damn time. Nice job, J-Rod. He's like, well, I don't have any pressure right now. Might as well. Next up, big dumper Cal Raleigh. Can Cal hit another one? 3 home runs in 1 game? Let's go, baby. We had Eugenio Suarez go for 4 a few days back. Pitches outside. 2 balls and no strikes from Latz to Cal Raleigh. Man, this team is insane. We'll take it. Again, I'll be happy with anything out of Julio. Then if Julio starts getting hot, game over for everyone else at that point. Let's go, baby. This is one of the best birthdays I've had in a long time. 2 homers by Cal Raleigh, a solo jack and a grand salami. 2-run jack by Julio Rodriguez, and then Brian Wu with a 1-hitter. 10-0 Mariners. Is that good? Let's go. Hell yeah. Let's go, big dumper. 2-0 pitch. Takes a strike swinging. 2 balls and 1 strike from Latz to Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Cal. Let's go. Pitch is low and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike from Latz to big dumper. I mean, at some point, you can't ignore us. I mean, I don't know what we need to keep on doing for people to realize that we're different this year. But again, a very, very special team. This is the best team that we've had since 2001. Ichiro's rookie year where we won 116. We're not going to win that this year. But fuck, if we keep winning like this, we might actually hit 100 wins. And can you imagine if that happens? Holy moly. 100 wins and 62 losses. I think any Mariner fan would be excited about that. In play. And Cal Raleigh grounds out to second, 1 away. I mean, I would have been okay with a walk out of Julio, but nice for him to be able to, get kind of the rhythm going. Next up, left fielder Randy Arozarena. He's definitely due for a homer. Let's go, Randy. First pitch is outside. 1-0 count from Latz to Randy Arozarena. Birthday stream going well. We're only up 10-0. No big deal. Right ends up, baby. I can't wait for all the bandwagon fans to come back. In play and grounded out to third, throw to first, 2 away. But again, it's not like the baseball season is only 50 games. You start off 3-7. The casuals and the bandwagon and the fair weathers, they hopped off because we played 2 playoff teams early, and the Tigers and then the Giants swept us. But we've been money ever since. Next up is Rowdy Tellez, the Canadian killer. And we do play the Blue Jays in 2 series after this at home. Can't wait to see what Rowdy does at home. First pitch outside, takes a strike swinging at some garbage. 0-1 count. Let's go, baby. And it's nice, too, because the A's are better, than they were last year. The Angels are the worst team, and obviously Trout got hurt again when he played us as we get out of the inning. The Astros and Rangers aren't as good, as they were in years past, even though the Rangers pretty much have the same type of team, but the pitching is off. Not really the same. And then obviously the Astros have really dominated the division for years, but when you end up losing, 2 pieces out of your starting 5, you got Altuve, you got Yordan Alvarez, you got Jeremy Pena. That's fine. But you ended up losing the heart and soul of your team, Kyle Tucker and Alex Bregman, to the Cubs and the Red Sox. You're not going to recover from that. That's like if we, were to lose like, Cal Raleigh and Polo this year. You're going to be okay, but you're not going to be on that top end level. And everything is clicking right now for Seattle. I love it. Team's up next year for the Rangers. They only need 10 runs to tie. Next up, newly called up, Jake Berger goes down to AAA. Blaine Krim gets a chance to be able to play. 0 for 1 with a K. Batting second in the 9-hole, 0 for 1 with a K, center fielder Leody Taveras. And batting third, 0 for 2, shortstop Josh Smith. Let's fucking go Mariners. And if you remember, we had that one point where we were like 13, 14 games above 500, but then the Astros, started slow and then they ended up winning the division. But that was when we were the number one strikeout team and a crappy hitting team. This team is built completely different. And, I can't wait to see like how the rest of the season is going to lay out. Even if we have more injuries, we got the number one farm system, so it doesn't matter. It's like, okay, a guy gets hurt, who cares? Obviously we don't want Julio or Cal or Polo to get hurt. We want those guys to stay healthy. But if it ends up being some of the kind of role players like Luke Raley, Dylan Moore, Bliss, Robles, we have enough talent, to be able to not have it really hurt us. There we go. And down goes Krim off that second pitch, one away. Next up is Leody Taveras, 0 for 1 with a K. Brian Wu still wheeling and dealing, and it would be great if he could still finish this inning for a one-hitter. Right down the pipe with the strike looking with a sinker, 0-1 count from Wu to Taveras. Pitches outside with a strike looking. Behind in the count now 0-2 from Wu to Taveras. And again, we, at the back end of the year, Wu was our best pitcher. So again, just didn't have enough quality starts. And now it's nice to be able to see him kind of hold it down as Gilbert is injured as well as Kirby. Now we just need Castillo and Bryce Miller to kind of catch up to the Wu level and just get anything positive out of Logan Evans and Emerson Hancock. And again, even if, Emerson Hancock and Bryce Miller and Logan Evans, give up 4 or 5 runs, but we're putting up 7, 8, 9, 10, who cares? As long as we're winning, right? And we didn't really have that luxury last year or the years before. It's like if a team put up 5 on us, we were kind of fucked. So, and we weren't really built to win morning games, early afternoon games. We couldn't win 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, 4-3. But now we're pretty much doing everything that we couldn't do in the last 5 years, and that feels good. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Wu to Taveras as he fouls that one off right down the pipe. Let's go, Wu. I want to see a one-hitter, baby. This is definitely going to be a very, very good memory. I mean, the only other really big sports memory I have was from like 11 years ago, when the Blazers, were in the playoffs, and I think Brandon Roy made like a big shot against the Rockets, and then we won on my birthday. And that was a long time ago. That was like in 2014, something like that. It was a long time ago. Or maybe it was Damian Lillard. I'm trying to remember if it was like Roy or Lillard, but one of those guys ended up making like a big shot on my birthday in the playoffs. I remember that because I had like 10 people over at my place, and we had even people that were in the apartment complex. They like ran into our house because they knew that we were watching the game, and we didn't care. It was a wild time, but not very many big games as big as that one. But today, man, 10-0. There we go. And Wu with another punch out. See ya. Man, Wu's bringing that electricity, baby. And in play, popped out to the shortstop, Smith. And we're at the end of the 6th inning. Nice job, Wu. Wow, unbelievable. 1 hitter for Brian Wu, and we have casually 10 runs with 12 hits. Is that good? Nice job, Brian. Go to the top of the 7th inning, see who's up next year for the Mariners. Next up for the Mariners, second baseman, 1 for 3 with a run, Miles Mastrobuoni. Batting second, 1 for 3 with an RBI, third baseman, Ben Williamson. And batting third, making his MLB debut today, 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI with a double, Rylan Thomas. And it's crazy because, again, this isn't Lazaro Montes. This isn't Felnin Celestin. This isn't Harry Ford. This isn't Cole Young. This isn't Colt Emerson. Like, we have so many, like, famous big-name guys in the farm that we're still waiting on, and then we're bringing up some of these others, and even the others are making a difference on this team. And at some point, once we have that right blend, watch out, because we're going to be unstoppable. Top of the 7th, 10-0 Mariners. Hell, we might be unstoppable this year. Looking like it. Yeah, 2014, that Blazer game. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the homies there. Marcos was there. Jacob was there. Preston was there. All the homies were there. Man, time flies. All right, baby. Next up, 1 for 3 with a run. Top of the 7th, 10-0 Mariners, Miles Mastroboni. Shout out to Sarah and Odin and Judah and Megan and Captain and SDL and Eli and Reflect. Appreciate you guys very, very much with the dono love. First pitch to Miles Mastroboni on the line. Strike looking from Bushley to Mastroboni. 0-1 count. And we'll be live tomorrow at 4. Luis Castillo on the mound, and I'll be streaming that game as well. Can't wait, man. 3-game set against the Rangers, 3-game set against the A's, 1 day off on Thursday, and then I believe a 3-game set against the Blue Jays at home. Can't wait. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. And Mastroboni grounded out to second, throw to first, 1 away. Next up, 1 for 3 with an RBI, third baseman Ben Williamson. And if you really think about it, Polo's been fantastic, right? Cal has been phenomenal, but again, other guys like Dylan Moore, JP Crawford, Ben Williamson, you're seeing these others, and you got to be able to have more than one guy clicking. And it seems like in years past, it was only like one guy at a time. Maybe we would have 2, out of 9. But now it's like you're getting half the fucking starting lineup raking, and sometimes even more than that. And then it feeds off to the other players. And hell, we don't even have one of our smartest players, Leo Ribas. He's not even playing every day, which he deserves to be playing every day like Dylan Moore. So, but obviously Demo is hurt, so we can't play him at the moment, but hopefully he'll get healthy soon. Takes a strike looking. Now behind in the count 0-2 from Bushley to Big Ben Williamson. 0-2 pitch. Pitch is low and away with the sweeper. 85 miles an hour from Bushley. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Big Ben Williamson. Let's go, baby. You the man. Battling those back spasms. Pitch in the zone, fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody on with 1 out. 10-0 Mariners in the top of the 7th. And we got Harry Ford and Cole Young in AAA. So at some point, those guys will get a chance to play, and I can't wait to see when that happens. You never know who's going to stick. Because, honestly, Ben Williamson looks like he'll be our third baseman for the next 10 years. And again, it's like as long as you can solidify a position where you have a weakness, then you don't got to worry about it anymore. You don't got to platoon 3-4 different guys there. And obviously Polo getting hurt was the blessing in disguise. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Bushley to Big Ben. Let's go. 2-2 pitch. Inside at the head. Tried to jam him. Fouled it off with the sinker. Count remains still 2-2. And, what will hopefully happen is that Dan Wilson will be the manager of the All-Star game, right? And then we'll have Polo may not qualify with the at-bats, but he's deserving, right? Cal Raleigh, Andres Munoz are in, and they actually will play, which will be nice. Because it seems like every time we have an Astro manager or a Rangers manager, the Mariners players would never get a chance to play. They're going to play this year, I'll tell you that. Manny Acta. 2-2 pitch, fouled off. Come on, baby. Let's go, Big Ben. Strike swinging, and down goes Williamson. That's all right. We still love you. We're going to remember that number 9 for quite some time, baby. 2 away. Next up, 1 for 2 with a double. Rylan Thomas making his MLB debut. And it's like you don't expect anything from a Rylan Thomas, and then obviously did a Julio where he swung on the first pitch and got out. But then the second at-bat, he got that sweet double. And again, anything that you get out of anybody playing in their first game, it definitely sets the tone. Trident's up, baby. In play. And reached on an error. Let's go. An error by Josh Smith. And Rylan running hard to first. He's doing his best impersonation of Luke Raley while he's hurt. Nice job, Rylan. It's like you don't expect anything from a guy like this. And he's already having a fantastic game. Awesome. Everything, Uncle Mo is real. And that momentum is just, it's just going from one player to the next. Next up is J.P. Crawford. First pitch is outside. From Bush Lee to J.P. 1-0 count. Four-seam fastball out of the zone. One-0 pitch, cutter outside, 89 miles an hour, 2-0 count from Bush Lee to Crawford. We're putting the whole league on notice, baby. Fouled off on a four-seam fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs from Bush Lee to Crawford. It's crazy. The teams that have the best records in the last 10 games, Mariners 8-2, Athletics 8-2, but we're going to be 9-2, and then the Royals 8-2. But again, it's like, for the Mariners and the A's to kind of flip it from last year, pretty sweet to see. Love to see the Athletics, make a wild card over the Astros and Rangers, especially when they don't even have their own stadium. How crazy would that be? But, Brent Rooker, Lawrence Butler, things are clicking. Top of the 7th, runner at first, 2 outs, 10-0 Mariners. Bush Lee to JP with a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first. In play and flies out to center. And let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning with a Mariners 10-run lead. Next up for the Rangers, 0 for 2 with a K, Wyatt Langford. Batting second on deck, 0 for 2, DHing Jock Peterson. And batting third, filling in for Adalis Garcia, you're going to have a pinch hitter. They've already given up on Garcia. They're going to bring in Dustin Harris. Seventh inning stretch. So Langford, Jock, Dustin Harris filling in, pinch hitting for Adalis Garcia. Everything just coming up Mariners, baby. Anything photo-wise I can get for the people that donated, let me know. Wu is still in. 77 pitches in. 7 Ks with a 1-hitter. I'll remember this game for the rest of my life. You know, just like I'll remember being down 5-0 against the Stros. We busted out that King Griffey Jr. bobble, and we haven't fucking lost since. You know, there's good luck charms, and there's good luck charms. And again, you know, once you get that springboard win, you know, it happens in the NFL, it happens in college football, you know, it happens in every sport. And sometimes you got to face the most adversity, you know, where it's like an impossible situation, but you find a way to come together as a unit, and then you just never look back. And that's exactly what the Mariners are doing. But we're about to be 9-2. And let me look at the rest of the scores to see what that kind of stacks up. Let me look to see what today. And the Royals lost, so their streak ends to 8-3. So they're not on our level. And the Orioles beat them. And the Athletics won. So it's Athletics and Mariners are the two hottest teams in baseball right now within the last, 11 games. We're both going to be 9-2. So feels good. I'm happy for the A's too, I don't mind if the Rangers and the Astros struggle and the Angels are terrible, regardless if they have Trout or not. They're, the bottom feeder. So, but that's a good sign. Things are changing in baseball. And it's also great to be able to see, other teams, being able to be good. Obviously, Yankees are at top, but Boston should make the playoffs. The Tigers are balling, right? Which is awesome to see. Mariners are balling. Mets are balling because they're playing shitty teams, but they got Soto. Cubs are doing great. So, and then the Dodgers are the Dodgers, even though they were in third, and the Padres and Giants were really good, for a while, but now they're on a skid a little bit there. So, but to see the Cubs, the Tigers, the Mariners, the Athletics, and the Red Sox, like teams that you knew that were pretty good, but normally weren't getting first place. They normally were getting like third in the division. It's nice to be able to see some of these teams like, the A's and the Mariners and the Tigers and the Cubs and the Red Sox finally, being able to get some fucking recognition. Love it. Woo is out there, baby. Let's go. First pitch to Langford at the knees, 0-1 count. Touch high and outside. 0-2 count. 0-2 pitch. Sweeper outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wu to Langford. Pitch fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wu to Langford. 10-0 Mariners. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. I don't know what we're at likewise, but hopefully we're at a good number. Show some love for your boy on his birthday. Sweeper inside, tried to jam him. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wu to Langford. Like I said, I feel happy for the Tigers. I feel happy for the Cubs, and I really feel happy for the Mariners and the A's. We deserve it. It's good to have a little parity, and not have the same teams in the division over and over. So All right, Jacob, take care, brother. Yeah, we're starting to win. I mean, we didn't win any game ones, for the first how many series, but then now we're starting to do it. So, and if you can win the first game in the series, there's a chance for that sweep. I mean, what would be sweeter than winning 10-0, sweeping the Rangers, sweeping the A's, but that's not going to happen, and then sweeping the Blue Jays. But, even if we could get 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, and we win the series, that's what we're looking for. Count now is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. But, that A's series is going to be challenging. But I'm always looking for a challenge. So, and we'll see who's got the strong arm at that time. And I know we can beat up the Blue Jays at home. And I know we can beat up the Rangers. Kind of crazy to think that the A's is going to be harder than this series or the Blue Jays. But the way that the Mariners are playing, I like our chances. Bottom of the 7th with no outs. Count now is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Langford in the box. Wu on the mound. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Go M's. Tridents up. Chief in the building. What's good? Definitely a great birthday. Strike swinging. Got him. Brian Wu, you are a god. Let's go, baby. Brian Wu, electric. 8 Ks for Brian Wu and a 1-hitter. 10-0 Mariners on the birthday. Let's go, baby. I mean, only thing better would have been a no-hitter, but you know how rare those are. Bottom of the 7th, 10-0 Mariners. Cal Raleigh with a solo dinger. And then in the next inning, Cal Raleigh with a grand salami. A couple innings later, Julio Rodriguez with a 2-run jack. Brian Wu with a 1-hitter. Sports gods knew it was my birthday today, baby. Next up, Jock Peterson. And we're about to have the best record in the last 11 games, tied with the A's, who we play next in the series, 9-2. Appreciate you. Thank you, brother. And Wu, his night is done. Nice job, Wu. Man, I never would have predicted, especially when the game started off so slow. You got to remember, if you were here in the beginning, it was 0-0 in the 3rd inning. It was 0-0 in the 4th inning, and then Cal hit a homer. And then after that, we had 7 runs in the 5th, and then 2 runs in the 6th. And all of a sudden, we got 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They have 0 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and Brian Wu wheeling and dealing. And the only reason they kept Wu in there is because of the pitch count. And when they pulled him, he was only at 87. But again, there's no reason to push him, especially with the injuries to Gilbert and Kirby. You don't need to get him to go 100 pitches and pitch all the way to like the 8th inning, even though he probably could have. It's not like he got to a point where he had, runners at 1st and 2nd with no outs, because that's usually the key, right? Anytime you see a pitcher, like in the 5th inning, 6th inning, 7th, whenever it may be, but when it ends up being 1st and 2nd with no outs, that's when you need to pull them, because if you don't, that's when the run happens. So what a game, what a birthday. Jock Peterson, first pitch outside with a strike looking. 0-1 count. We got Trent Thornton in the game, who shouldn't even be on the team, but we'll see how it goes. In play with an 0-1 pitch lined out, 2 away. And again, Trent's given up like 5 homers. Still don't understand why he's on the roster, but, it is what it is. Next up, pinch hitting for Adolis Garcia, Dustin Harris. First pitch, 10 feet off the plate, 1-0 count from Thornton to Harris. Best start of the season on my birthday. Love it. And the best part about it wasn't the 8 Ks or the 1-hitter. No walks. Pure dominance. Takes a strike looking. 1 ball and 1 strike from Thornton to Harris. Strike looking, about a foot off the plate. I don't know about that call right there. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Thornton to Harris. Just don't give up a homer, Trent. Definitely the biggest liability on the team, worst player on the team. Even Donovan Solano has been able to get a couple hits in the last few games, but maybe Trent can turn his shit around. I mean, you got a 10-0 lead. It's pretty hard to fuck up here. Pitch low and away, fouled off with the curve. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Thornton to Harris. Yeah, this ump is terrible. Calling balls, strikes, balls. There you go, Trent. And Trent gets us out of the inning. Thank God. Harris flied out to left. That's probably one of the first times out of like 6 opportunities he actually didn't give up a home run. Congratulations, Trent. And I would love a shutout for the birthday. End of the 7th inning, 10-0 Mariners. Next up in the top of the 8th, Mitch Garver. And then pitch hitting for Julio will be Samad Taylor. And then we'll have Cal Raleigh again. Let me get the Samad photo up here too. It's like shit at this point, you can let anyone play. Where's Leo Rivas, damn it? All right, so we're going to go Garver, Samad Taylor, Big Dumper. And Garver in play after a 0-1 pitch strike looking. Single to center, baby. Crazy like how Mitch Garver is actually reliable now. Same thing with Polo. What a difference a year makes, huh? Next up, Samad Taylor, pinch hitting for Julio Rodriguez. Come on, Samad. I love that. In play for Samad Taylor and flied out to right, 1 away. Next up, 2 for 4 with 2 runs, 5 RBIs, a solo dinger, and a grand salami. You might know who his knees is. A Cal Raleigh. Big Dumper. First pitch, strike looking, high and tight, away. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, outside and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Barnhart to Big Dumper. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking 5 feet off the plate. Holy hell. 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top of the 8th with runner at first and 1 out. 10-0 Mariners. Let's go, Big Dumper. That one 20 feet off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In play. And hit by pitch, Cal Raleigh. We'll take it. Just don't injure our guy. And we get Leo Rivas coming in. Good. I was about to say, where the hell's my boy Leo? There he is. Takes a strike looking. 0-1 count. Two feet off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike from Barnhart to Rivas. Go, Leo. Hit him right in the butt, too. Rivas grounded out to the double play. Cal out at second, throw to first. Got him. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 8th, and we have a comfortable 10-run lead. Had to hit him right in the dumper, huh? Let's see who's up next here for the Rangers. All right, Jonathan Ornelas coming up next. Had to get the photo of him since he's coming in there. And on deck after him will be catcher Jonah Heim and batting third baseman Josh Young. And I'm not sure if the Mariners are still going to go with Thornton or not. Maybe they will. Doesn't look like they're bringing anybody else new. Ana. Buenos días. Buenos tardes. Buenos noches. Buenos días. Buenas noches. Buenas tardes. Vamos, maneros. ¿Qué pasó, Ana? First pitch to Jonathan Ornelas. Pitch is inside. Try to jam him with the sweeper. 1-0 count. Thornton still in the game. Don't fuck this up, Trent. In play. And grounded out to the shortstop. Throw to first. Bang! Got him. 1 away. Next up is Jonah Heim. First pitch is low and away. 1-0 count with the curve. Pitch is inside. Tried to jam the hitter. 2-0 count from Thornton to Heim. Bottom of the 8th, 10-0 Mariners. Jonah Heim has the only hit here today. Pitches inside, 3-0 count from Thornton to Heim. I want a shutout. I don't want Trent Thornton to give up 5 runs here. You know, I would love for it to be 10-0. I don't want to see it 10-1 or 10-2. Like let's play a strong matchup for Woo. Let's not just fuck this up. Finally a strike in the zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one on the corner, he painted it. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Nobody on. 10-0 Mariners. Thornton on the mound. Jonah Heim in the box with the only hit here today. Yeah, and we may see Corey Seager in the lineup tomorrow. So obviously not having him in the lineup helps, but it's not like we don't have injuries too. No Bliss, no Robles, no Demo, no Luke Rayleigh. But it's like we're getting production out of even the farm guys, which is great. But I want to see a shutout, in play. And grounded out to second, throw to first, 2 away. There you go. Next up, third baseman, 0 for 2 with a K, Josh Young. First pitch, 2 feet off the plate, 1-0 count from Thornton to Young. Gosh, he is just all over the place. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Pitches inside, tried to jam him. All right, we're at 41. We need 9 more likes to 50. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Let's see if we can get to 45 or 50 before this game is over. Let's go. And there we go. Thornton doing his job. Didn't know if he was going to be able to do it, but that's one of the, he's wild and he's like all over the place, but at least he didn't give up the home run. And again, he's given up like 5. In these first like 20-some games in the year. So nice to see him not fuck it up on my birthday here. All right, let's see what we got here next here in the top of the 9th. Top of the 9th, leading off, 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI, Rowdy Tellez. Batting second, 1 for 4 with a run, second baseman Miles Mastrobuoni. And batting third, 1 for 4 with an RBI and a K. Seems like the back spasms are at a minimum now. Big Ben Williamson. Let's go Mariners. 10 runs, 13 hits. You wouldn't see production like this unless it's like the 2001 Mariners with Ichiro and, Brett Boone and Edgar Martinez. And I guess we have our own version of those guys now. Soto Mojo, baby. I want a 10-0 final. Get Andres Munoz to come in there and bang, bang, bang. Now, a no-hitter would have been just off the charts, but we can't get mad at a one-hitter. Again, those are pretty fucking hard to do. Nice job by Brian Wu. I'll remember this one for the rest of my life. Well, it looks like we're in the throwback Ken Griffey Jr. Jersey work, huh? First pitch to Rowdy Tellez, out of the zone for a strike. Should have been a ball. I don't know what this ump is looking at here in these last couple innings. He's definitely needs some contacts or LASIK. Second pitch, about 20 feet off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike to Rowdy Tellez. 1-1 pitch in play, and Rowdy Tellez with a single. Man, he's really turned it around. And again, the breaking point for him was that series against the Blue Jays, and he became the Canadian killer and, had the solo dinger like Cal and the grand salami, if you remember, in separate games. And nice to be able to see Rowdy do well. Obviously, we got Tyler Locklear waiting in the wings in AAA for the Tacoma Rainiers, but you're not going to get the call up anytime soon if Rowdy keeps playing like this. Nice job, Rowdy. Next up, Miles Mastrobuoni in the top of the 9th, runner at first, no outs, 10-0 Mariners on the birthday, baby. And we'll be live tomorrow at 4 with Luis Castillo, La Piedra on the mound in play. And a single by Mastrobuoni. Rowdy Tellez, chugga, 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 chugga to second base. There we go. I love seeing the role players play well. It's one thing when you see Julio play well, Cal play well, Polo play well. But it's like I get excited when I see like JP playing well. Dylan Moore playing well. The Luke Rayleigh's playing well. The Rowdy Telez's, the Miles Mastrobonis, the Leo Rivases playing well. And, it's really a full team effort, and I love to see that. Next up is Big Ben Williamson. Let's go, Ben. And I love seeing the new guys play well. Pitches inside with the curve. 2-0 count from Barnhart to Williamson. In play on the 2-0 pitch. And Williamson with a single, baby. Bases loaded with no outs. Oh, my. Oh, my. Ben Will. B-Dubs. Big Ben. Oh, my gosh. What is going on here? And making his MLB debut. Could you imagine if Ryland Thomas Grand Salami's here? What the hell is going on here, my guy? In play. There we go. Thomas grounded out to second. Telez scored. Williamson to second. Mastroboni to third. 11-0 Mariners. Trident's up. And that's how you make a fucking MLB debut. No pressure. Just be you. And amazing. Injuries are a blessing in disguise. Let me say that again. J.P. Crawford in play. Back. Oh, my goodness. Double for J.P. Mastroboni scores. Mastroboni. Williamson. 13-0 Mariners. Is this really happening? Oh, man. They're really trying to give me, like, the best birthday ever. Huh? Let's go. Next up, Mitch Garver. Wow. This is insane. 13-0 Mariners. And I told you I wanted extra, and I guess they're giving it to us. 13-0 Mariners. Runner at second with one out. Everybody contributing here today. Let's go, Mitch. Let's see. JP with 2 hits. Polo with a hit. Garver with a hit. Julio with 2. Raleigh with 2. 2 homers. Randy with 1. Rowdy with 3. Mastroboni with 2. Big Ben with 2. Ryland Thomas with 1. Now we just need to get Samad Taylor going. Wow. And that is the end there for us. But hey, the damage was already done. Let's go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 13-0 Mariners. Wow. That's a lot of production. Everybody getting a hit on the Mariners. For real. Hey, somebody's got to represent the Mariners the right way, because remember, all of the Mariner content creators on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter/X, Facebook, most of them are super overly negative. Now it's easy for them to be, positive because we're playing well, But again, you always have to, see the bright side in things, which I feel like a lot of Mariner content creators never could see. And again, things aren't always going to be like this. And someone definitely has to hold it down the right way. And again, this is your number one source for Seattle Mariner baseball coverage. Baby. I'm in awe right now. I don't even know what to fucking say. 13-0 Mariners. I mean, literally the only thing better could have been Brian Wu with a no-hitter. And that, one hitter. No-hitter. Almost essentially the same thing, even though it's not. But incredible. All right, let's see what they got here. All they got to do is get 13 runs to tie, 14 to win. Easy. Next up, making his MLB debut, 0 for 2 with a K. Jake Berger goes down to AAA. First baseman, Blaine Krim. Batting second, unless they have a pinch hitter, Leody Taveras. Let me take a quick peek. Looks like it will be. And then going back at the top of the order to end the game, hopefully Josh Smith. And they're going to bring in Troy Taylor because they're going to save Munoz for tomorrow. Let's go, Troy. What a game. What a great birthday. Shout out to all the people that supported today. First pitch from Taylor to Krim, strike swinging, right on the line, painting it. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch with the strike swinging with the sweeper down the pipe. Behind the count 0-2 from Taylor to Krim. Let's go, Troy. Smoke his ass. Crazy that we're doing this without Logan Gilbert, without George Kirby, without Matt Brash, without Victor Robles, without Ryan Bliss, without, who else? without Dylan Moore, without Luke Raley. It's pretty fucking wild. Pitch 5 feet off the plate from Taylor to Krim. 1 ball and 2 strikes in the bottom of the ninth. 13-0 Mariners. Let's go. And I guess if you have a parlay, you probably should be betting on the Mariners to win, and obviously teams like the Rockies to lose. But, we'll see how it goes. Another pitch off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Taylor to Krim. Pitch outside. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Taylor to Krim. And that'll happen when you throw heat, but you don't have control. And Krim strikes out looking. Got him. There we go. Even though you got the count to be full, you bring that electricity out. And again, we're waiting for Brash. He's there, but he's not ready yet. But he will probably pitch at some point soon. Nice job, Taylor. Next up, in the 9-hole, center fielder 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, Leody Taveras. On deck, Josh Smith. Let's end this game 13-0, so it's a birthday that I'll never forget. Let's go. First pitch, 10 feet off the plate by Taylor. 1-0 count. Pitch outside, 2-0 count from Taylor to Taveras. Yeah, you could say that again. I mean, the only thing that could have been better was a no-hitter by Wu. But 13-0, even Julio homered today. Cal Raleigh with a solo dinger and a grand salami. Julio with a 2-run jack. Wu with a 1-hitter. Everyone getting a fucking hit besides Samad Taylor, who pinched hit for 1 at-bat. I mean, it's literally insane. Best record in baseball in the last 11 games. Tied with the Athletics, who I told you would be good this year. We're both 9-2. And again, if we keep like this, we're going to win this series. That'll be number 8. Then we're going to win, hopefully, the series against the A's, which will be tough. That'll be 9th. In play. And fouled out to right, 2 away. And then we got the Blue Jays at home after that. But that A's series is going to be the hardest. We can sweep this team. We can sweep the Blue Jays. But that A's, we have to make sure we play strong. Otherwise, we're only going to win 1 out of 3. If we play our kind of ball, we can win 2 out of 3. And if we get incredibly lucky, if everything goes our way, then, sweeping a team as good as us would be insane. But I mean, hell, I'll be happy 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. And if that happens, that'll be 10 straight series won. And, then you start getting into rare air. All right, Josh Smith fouled that one off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're 1 strike away from this one, baby. Let's go. Keep it going, Troy. Josh Smith in the box. Bottom of the ninth, 13-0 Mariners. Taylor on the mound, Smith in the box. Fouled off with the sweeper in the zone. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. I think we're at 40 plus. We're trying to get to 50. And we're at, $215 in donos. Trying to get to 3 on the birthday. It's a good birthday present. 43 years young, around the sun. Even though I don't look it. That one fouled off with the 4-seam fastball, and we'll be live tomorrow with La Piedra on the mound, who's actually playing like the Luis Castillo from the Reds that we brought him in Julio's rookie year in 2022, which is a great sign. I mean, Bryce Miller hasn't really looked good this year, but hopefully he'll catch up. But I feel confident tomorrow. In play, motherfuck, you got to be kidding me. And he goes yard, son of a bitch, Josh Smith, 13-1. Of course, it had to be the guy, the very last motherfucker, to get a dinger. God damn you, Troy. We could have had a 13-0 finale. I mean, we're still going to win, but you ruined it. And we figured it would be Trent Thornton, excuse me. Next up, left fielder Wyatt Langford. First pitch in the zone for a ball. Could have been a strike. 1-0 count. Damn you, Troy. You ruined the shutout for us. I mean, it's my birthday today, and we're about to win 13-1. Yeah, I'm doing good. In play. And a single by Langford. Jesus Christ, Troy. You got to send Troy back to AAA. He ain't ready. Don't be ruining my birthday like this. Come on, man. You gave up a homer when we could have won 13-0 with a Brian Wu one-hitter. Now you give up another single to Langford? You might have to go back down, my guy. Send Trent Thornton and Taylor back to AAA. Next up, I believe it will be Jock Peterson? Unless they have someone pinch hit for him. Let's not ruin this Uncle Mo, damn it. Yeah, Taylor, not the, he needs to go back to AAA. I mean, I don't know. We got a couple guys. I mean, we only have so many guys left in the pen, but obviously if there's a weak spot in the Mariner team this year, it's definitely the bullpen. But you could say that for pretty much any team in baseball, but... Damn you, Troy. Oh, 13-0 would have been nice. Hell, they should have brought out Andres Munoz out there. Then we would have closed the door and it would have been 13-0. But obviously we have to save him for tomorrow. Barnhart in. Don't get any ideas, Tucker. And down goes Barnhart. There it is. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Final score. Should have been 13-0, damn it. But I guess we'll take it. 13-1 with a one-hitter by Wu. Damn you, Troy. Final score, Seattle Mariners 13, Texas Rangers 1. Best record in baseball in the last 11. 9 wins, 2 losses, like the Athletics, who would have thought? And when the Mariners win, what do? We fucking dance. Mariners win, Mariners win, Mariners win. One of the best teams in baseball, baby. Undoubtedly, undeniably. Let's go. Good stuff. And I'll be live tomorrow for Luis Castillo on the Bump. It'll be on an hour earlier at 4 p.m. Pacific. And again, anyone that ended up donating, any photos that you want to see, we ended up, having Sarah and Odin and Judah and Megan and Captain, STL, and then obviously Eli with a big 68 and Reflect with a big hundo. Anything that you guys want to be able to see before I go, let me know. And then I'm going to go take Paisley on a long victory walk here on my birthday, 43 years young. Spend some time with the pup, soak this birthday in. This will be a birthday that I'll never forget. Shout out to all the people that like, sub, donated, commented, shared. And man, pretty amazing stuff. We'll stay online here for another 6 minutes. We'll make it 3 hours flat. And then I'll go take Paisley on a walk and eat some dinner. I got some amazing strawberry cheesecake for dessert tonight that I'm going to be able to get into. Can't wait to have some of that. Jay Buhner there in the box with Aaron Goldsmith and Angie Mentink.
Oh my gosh.
A full team effort today. Big Dumper being interviewed. Thank you. All right, Judah, I got you. .242 average, 12 homers, 23 ribbies, leading MLB as a catcher when they disrespected him and said that he wasn't even one of the top 10 catchers last year. I think that there will be quite a few people voting for Cal Raleigh to be the starting catcher, not only for the All-Star game this year, but being the starting catcher in the World Baseball Classic coming up as well. And again, Cal, he knows how to call a game. Will Smith has been great for the Dodgers, but Cal Raleigh, no one's going to be able to have that home run power like him. Second place in homers since he came into the league is like 30 behind. It's not even close. Beautiful Oregon landscape here. As you can see, it's beautiful here. You come here, you'll stay here. Let me tell you, people that visit Oregon, they go home and they pack and they move here. We got everything that you would want here, let me tell you, and some. Especially if you enjoy nature. Breweries, wineries, dispensaries, if that's your thing, we got that. But, if you like to walk, you like to go on nature walks, whether you have a dog or not, you like to ski, you like to snowboard, you like to camp, you like to do any of those outdoor activities, you like to bike, you like to hike, we got it here. Like, I don't really see myself ever leaving, if I'm being honest. Like I said, Eugene would be cool. Seattle would be cool. But, it's a very, very special place here. Sweet Oregon, baby. And you come here, you'll see so much green, you don't even know. I know some people that live in like the Midwest, you got a lot of fields and you don't really get to see what you see out here. But I'm telling y'all, you get a chance to come out here, it'll change your life forever. mean, there's so many places. Lost Lake, Crater Lake. I mean, it just goes on and on and on of the amazing places that you can go to. Well, I wish Troy Taylor didn't fuck that up, but again, this definitely will be a birthday that I will never forget. Shout out to all the people that like, sub, donated, commented, and shared. We will be live tomorrow. Here's Lost Lake, which is amazing. But we will be live an hour earlier, 4 o'clock Pacific, with Luis Castillo on the mound, and hopefully we can have a very similar experience with today's game tomorrow, as well as Sunday, and then we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday against the A's on the road, and then a day off on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday at home for the Blue Jays. And the way that the Mariners are playing, I don't know when we're going to lose. Things are looking pretty nice. So I appreciate every single one of y'all. Anyone else that wants anything before we go, reflect. Anything else that you want to be able to see before we go? Moneyball, I got you. Great movie. Appreciate that. And I hope that you're doing a little bit better. Thank you, Jerry. I got you. I got a couple Mount Hoods in here I'll sprinkle in. Let me delete these other ones, make a couple. '12th career multi-homer game, 3rd Grand Slam. Is that good? Beautiful Mount Hood. And you got to hit it in all seasons, like it's a vibe. Every time of the year, spring, summer, fall, winter, it's a different type of vibe. And we'll get the Saul Goodman up here for Reflect as well. And then the winter vibes. And I got to get you the summer vibes. Spring, winter. It's a beautiful place. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. You the main. You the main. How good are the Mariners? Looking pretty spicy, baby. The doubters, the haters. Can't say anything now. Heim won the truck race. Hemrick finished second. Nice. Naplin, no. How? We just need Chase Elliott to finally win a race. Yeah, I'm going to go take a long walk with Paisley Pup, eat some dinner, have some strawberry cheesecake, and you'll see me grinding on the channel tomorrow. Again, shout out to all the people that like, sub, donated, commented, shared. Sarah starting it off with Odin, and then obviously with Judah and Megan and Captain and STL, Eli, Reflect, and everyone else that came through. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Final score, Seattle Mariners 13, Rangers 1. Brian Wu with a one-hitter, 2-run jack by Julio, grand salami and solo jack by Cal Raleigh. It's an amazing day to be a Mariner fan. And again, I will not, this will be a birthday I'll never forget. So everyone have a great rest of your night. And again, we'll be back live tomorrow, 4 o'clock Pacific, La Piedra, Luis Castillo on the mound. And hopefully we can have a same kind of repeat performance. And I got one question for you. Who talks sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang. Trident's up. Go Mariners. And I appreciate you guys. Much love. Go M's.